Yo, what is good? It's Phins Take with CB83A coming to you for another banger. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all rolling in. What is up? I see the homies in the building. We here. I'm in this thing. Let's go. Let's turn up. Shout out to the homie Miami Fan Talk Show in the building. Let's go. He says, yo, hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. You know how we get down over here. Let's Yes, sir. Shout out to the homies in the chat. I see y'all. We in here. We in this bit. Let's get it. Miami Fan Talk Show was in here first. He was. He says, am I first? Yes, sir. You in here first, my boy. Hey, he says, CB, I hope you're doing a panel tonight. We definitely opening this thing up. No homo. Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Shout out to the members gang. Hey, they put us on pause, but hey, we taking the members gang elsewhere. We taking it to the Patreon. Don't worry. YouTube don't stop no show around here. They don't stop no show. We're gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving. Hey, and we'll get back on YouTube when we get back on YouTube. But as of right now, we taking the show on the road. Shout out to the members gang. Shake Money, Phins Up, Winsy, Dolphin State of Mind, and Incognito, my captains of the squad. William Perry, Chef Jew, Raul Parada, Cruz Ruiz, Shake Money, and Dravius Shaw, Figueroa, G Big Slick, Adam Sadowski, the Wayne D Experience, S Harris, Alex Renee Diaz, Hooked Up Joe, I see you, my boy. I see you. Carly Mills, Fins Up Winsy, Young Landon, Dolphin State of Mind, Triple S Podcast, Incognito, New Finland, Brian Brains, Mansa Chill, Q, Mr. Fanatic, Sky King, Lil HP, New Attitude, Daniel Wissington, Liz, Andres, Lizamo, Alex Adam, Flim Flams, Robert Trainer, Tom the Don, Kevin Lee. You already know what time it is, guys. We're taking the members gang to Patreon. It's happening. We are coming. Don't worry. It's happening. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're going to keep pushing, keep doing our damn thing like we've been doing it. We ain't scared. We're just going to keep rolling. The Miami Dolphins got the big bad Eagles in Philadelphia on a cold, chilly night, cold, chilly fall night. We're going to go into Philly. It's a business trip. We're going to handle business and get back to the crib. So we're going to hop on the flight, handle business, and get back to the yayo. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out to the homie Manny in the building. What's good, Manny? You weren't first, Manny. You were second. Hey, but we still gonna go up for you, my boy. Let's go. Shout out to the homie Manny in the building. He says he was first. You weren't first. You were actually third, man. Hooked Up Joe was in here second, man. Shout out to Hooked Up Joe. Shake Money in the building. Shake says, throw them fins up. Throw them damn fins up, man. Hey, Shake, they tried to shut me down, man. They shut me down. Bro, I don't put out no reused content. Hey, YouTube is wild, bro. YouTube is wild. I think I got ops. People don't want to see me win, but it is what it is, bro. We still gonna win anyways, bro. You already know what time it is. Hey, do me a favor, hit the like for your boy. Mountie Phins is in the building. Shout out to the homie Mountie. The homie Mountie is out there in Hawaii. Shout out to the homie Mountie for coming through and pulling up on your boy. Let's go. Ryan AP in the building. What's good? What you says? Fins up. FMP is here. FMP's the homie. Shout out to FMP, man. FMP, one of them genuine dudes who be looking out, retweets my stuff. I love that, bro. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps, man. If you really rock with me, you rock with me on Twitter. You retweet my stuff. You're trying to get it out there. If not, you just don't rock with the kid. If you don't rock with the kid, it's cool. It is what it is. We're going to keep it pushing, bro. Appreciate you, FMP, for rocking with me, bro. Fins all the way up. All the way up. Flavor J in the building. What's good, Flavor J? What's popping with you? Dolphin State of Mind is in the building. What's good, CB83? Everyone smash that damn like button. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, Color says, how do I give this machine money? Hey, there's links in the chat. I appreciate you. If you want to donate, YouTube took away my monetization on some weirdo stuff, right? I don't know what they on. I appealed it. I'm waiting on a decision. There's links in the chat. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo if you want to donate. I appreciate it. I'm not really in this for the money. I'm just in this because I love the Miami Dolphins and I love talking good Dolphins football. I love talking realistic Dolphins football. So that's why I'm here, guys. I'm not here for the money, but if you want to support the channel, it does help. The links are in the bio. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you too, Color. Merrill Harris, what's good? What you says? Go Big D. Who is Big D, man? Hopefully you talk about them Dolphins. Let's go, Sheldon Harris. S. Harris, what's good? He says, what it do? Yes, so hey, your boy is rocking, man. We here, man. Pit Vipers on. Hey, another beautiful night, another beautiful opportunity to talk some Dolphins football. I got some people that are gonna come up. I just saw one of the homies pull up, but I'm gonna open it up a little bit later for sure. For sure. Yeah, you know, YouTube on the bullshit. You already know what time it is. Flavor J in the building. B Show in the building. B Show, what's popping with you, man? Yo, what's good? What's good, B Show? Yeah, I see y'all. We in here. Let's get to it a little bit, man. And I missed y'all, man. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. It's been a minute. Let me look you in the eyes. It's been a minute, man. It's been a while, man. Shout out to everybody in here. I appreciate you guys coming through. Yeah, man. It's been a while, and the Miami Dolphins are. I mean, we're 5-1, right? We're 5-1. People are saying, hey, the Dolphins haven't won any good games. You know, they haven't won any big games. They lose to teams that are supposed to be better than them. And this is the opportunity to go out there and just, you know, prove that we could play with good football teams, supposedly, right? Which is kind of a weird concept to me because in the NFL, I feel like every team has the opportunity to be a good football team. I mean, every week you go out and play, you're gonna have to put your best foot forward in the NFL. These are all professionals. These are all guys that are honestly used to winning, especially at the collegiate level, and winning their individual battles, right? As a collective, the teams who win more often are the ones who, you know, they win in multiple areas, right? They're winning on offense in the trenches. They're winning in the secondary. They're winning in a lot of different areas. So those are the teams that win games. Those teams that can do it consistently and just beat up on other teams. So right now, I think the Dolphins are in a very precarious situation, but I think we'll come out of this on top for sure. Because we have the team. I think we have the personnel. We have the play calling. And that's what I've always said about this team. I always thought this team was good. Honestly, when we look back at this team and where we were last year, this team last year was good enough to go to the Super Bowl and win it last year. Like, and I think a lot of people don't talk about that because, you know, it's ifs, right? If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, right? And that is the case. But this Miami Dolphins team was good enough last year to go win a Super Bowl, right? And even the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, we had joint practices with them last year, and they were saying, hey, they beat up on us pretty good in practice, and we expected them to be the team in the AFC to see us in the Super Bowl, right? That's what they were saying. And when I look at this team last year and the way the season transpired, the injuries, guys getting hurt, Tua getting hurt, and not playing down the stretch, I think that really made a difference in where we ended the season, right? Now we go into Buffalo, we play them in a tough playoff game. We get after them, but we don't end up coming out on top. If we have Tua, I can guarantee you we win that damn game. I don't care what you say. You know, you can tell me, oh, it's not this. No, if Tua plays in that game, we win that game. And I think we go win the other games that we have to play, whether we go play the Chiefs or whoever we got to go play, whether it's Cincy, the Chiefs, or whoever we play, we go win those games. Guys, last year we were a better football team than the Bengals. We were a better football team than the Chiefs last year. We're a better football team than the Bills last year, right? If we were at 100% last year, we may be looking at a team that's going back to back and going to get it this year too. So don't and I know people are going to kill me for that, but it is what it is. That's how I feel. I'm strongly convicted about this football team. I think they were good last year, even though there were some mishaps and some injuries. And I think they're just even better this year, year two. Definitely better year two around. And you see it. You see it on the field, right? And the defense is slowly getting it together, slowly but surely. They're figuring it out. I think the defense is missing a couple pieces. I think they're missing another really good inside linebacker. I think David Long is suitable. He could get it done. I think Jerome Baker isn't the guy for that role. Now, I think Jerome Baker is a guy maybe you play on the outside, you rush him almost like he's like a gadget guy to me. To be completely honest with you, he's a guy you could blitz. Maybe you bring him in on blitz downs and use him in that role. But Jerome Baker isn't an every down linebacker to me in this scheme. So he's just not that. So I think that's what we're missing there. And I think we're missing Ramsey in the secondary, and we're also missing a Cam Smith that is locked in and ready to go. Right. So I think we're those three guys away from being that team defensively that could really shut teams down and make it difficult for opposing quarterbacks. That's my thoughts on it. And that's how I feel about it. Give me 1 second. I gotta shoot somebody a text real quick, man. But I see y'all in here. Punch the like. We got 30 in the room. Punch the like on your way in, man. I appreciate you. I got a couple guys coming through, and then I'm gonna open it up. But yeah, man, I see y'all in here. Let's see. Let me catch up. Landon, what's good? He said send the link. It's Milky. What's good, Milky? What's going on with you? Color said it must be a rite of passage or some shit. Maybe it is. I don't know, Color. They got me. They damn sure got me. I guess they got to set the tone on these content creators. Milky says, "Hey CB, it's Milky. Let's talk on the StreamYard." I got you. I'm gonna drop the link for sure. I'm gonna drop the link. Doc Brown, what's good? Hey, come through, Doc. Hit the link, man. Click on the link. Come through. I'm gonna bring you up. I definitely wanted to get you up first. I'm gonna get a couple guys up first. We're just gonna talk a little bit about the matchup, and then we're gonna get into it, man. I'm gonna open it up for everybody too. So definitely gonna do that. Hold on 1 second. All right, bet. Let me get Doc up real quick. Doc, what's good with you, man? How you feeling? What's going on with you, man?
It's all good, baby.
A big game, big test Sunday night, prime time.
Hey, man, as a football player, this is what you want, man. You've put yourself in a situation where you've made it to teams talk about you, and now we just have to perform, man. This is, it doesn't get any better than Sunday night in the NFL. It used to be Monday night, right? But
Yeah,
now Sunday night, you know, everybody's rested, seen some football all day, and now they just ready for the big game. I already got the steaks, you know what I'm saying,
hey, you grilling
marinating.
up. Hey, he
You know
already
what
got
I'm
a.
saying?
You ready to go, eh?
Yes. But I'm excited to see the guys perform under the lights. I don't necessarily think this a must-win game.
Yeah.
I think it's a must-perform well game, though.
And I agree with that. And that's I heard a lot of people saying, "Hey, this is a must-win game for the Dolphins. If they don't win, it shows they're frauds and stuff like that." I don't believe in that. But I do believe that it's a game where you got to come out, you got to compete, you got to show you can go toe to toe with one of the best. And honestly, I don't think Philly is the team that they were last year, right? I
No,
don't think they're that, right?
no,
So honestly, I think it's a team. It's an opportunity for you to come out here and win a game and
most
make a
definitely,
statement, make a
most
statement to the
definitely.
NFL and let them know, hey, you the new sheriff in town, and that's what I do like about this opportunity is you don't get too many games like this where you get a bunch of where you get the best of the best and everybody watching you on prime time. You don't get a lot of
But
opportunities like this.
and I think that our players, they know what's at stake. They know,
Yeah.
even though I believe that this is not a must-win game, I just, from the players' perspective, they've heard the fraud talk.
Oh
They've heard that
yeah.
you can beat the
You can be
uh,
the chumps.
New England's of the league.
Yeah.
Can you step up to the big boys? And so that's why I say that they'll come out ready. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be a hostile environment. I think about I had an opportunity to play in the old vet man in Philly, and their fans are
Ooh.
notoriously rude and loud and all
Yeah.
of that. So it's a great, great, great environment to play football in, and a great, great environment to go stake a claim and win a football game. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. And I got your homie right here. What's good, Lou? Hey, what's going
Uh,
on, man? Hey,
Hey,
here
everywhere
come
I
the
go,
chaos.
my shadow show up, bro.
I, I, hey, hey, CB, you talking about my homies up here? Who's that? I don't know this dude.
Oh man, you and Doc got a little, y'all got a little thing going on. What's up with that, man?
It be your own people, bro. I done loved this guy and cut for this guy since I met him, bro. And every time I turn around, he got a knife in my back, man. I don't know
Oh
what it
Oh,
is,
my
bro.
I,
gosh, the
hey,
backstabbers.
my, my,
Golly.
Yeah, man.
my bad. See, I didn't realize it was Doc. CB, there's a picture floating around. CB, Shape Money got a
Oh,
picture.
What's the
There.
picture?
Oh man, hey, look, hey,
Hey,
CB,
Doc, come on,
hey,
don't
hey,
tell me you out here down bad, Doc. Come
hey,
on now,
hey, hey,
bro.
hey, CB, there's a picture of five dudes, and one of them got Daisy Dukes on. Oh man,
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey.
yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah,
Doc
bad.
can wear his hoochie daddy shorts, man. Golly. Why
hey,
you
man.
killing my man for looking
Hey, man. You
stylish?
you know all the time they want
It
to
be
take
your
your
own
place,
people,
dog.
Doc.
They want it be your own people, man.
Uh, that
Yeah,
that man
yeah.
that man rode up to the game, CB, in some booty shorts, man. It was
Man,
crazy.
don't
I
do
couldn't
hey
believe.
stop. Hey,
No,
hey, I
hey
know
man,
Doc ain't going out like that, bro. Chill, chill.
man. No,
Hey, but Lou, what's your
no.
thoughts on this game, man? I mean, hey, honestly, a lot of people been so Lou, I heard you was killing somebody. I didn't have a chance to see who it was, but you was killing somebody because they said
Really?
yeah, he was killing somebody because he said that
Damn.
this ain't the end all be all if the Dolphins lose this game. And I felt there was
And,
some pushback
and,
from you.
and I agreed with him, CB. See, this is people hear what they want to hear. I'm gonna say it now live on your show.
Okay.
If Miami loses the game, and it's a big if because I got us winning. But if Miami loses to Philadelphia, I still believe we're Super Bowl contenders.
Oh
I
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah,
believe
yeah.
I still believe in this team. But Doc knows, and CB, you know as well. There are already people that is coming out and making excuses for this team, like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big. And okay, those people they can have that right. But
Yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying is, when I hear Tua Tagovailoa before the Buffalo Bills game come out and say, "We got to beat these guys," there's no exception. The players know how big these games are. When I hear Tua Tagovailoa this Wednesday say, "Oh, it's going to be a good test for our team. It's going to be a litmus test. It's going to show us a lot about our team." Don't you think those players want to win this game?
Oh yeah, of course. They're
And
competitors.
right, CB, and that's all I'm trying to let this fan base know. Like, it again, I'm not trying to call anybody soft, but goddamn it, it comes off as soft sometimes. Oh well, this don't mean nothing. It's okay. No, it's not.
Yeah,
CB and Doc, you were
yeah.
just talking about it, bro. It's Sunday night football, prime time. All eyes are centered on these two teams that are 5-1, right? and two of the best teams in their respective conference. How are you going to sit here and tell me it's not a big game, CB? That's all I'm saying.
No, it's a huge game based on just like being one of the best teams in the league. I think it's a huge game in that regard. Like
Absolutely.
the Philadelphia Eagles went to the Super Bowl last year.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who goes to the Super Bowl the previous year, they're gonna have a target on them the whole entire season, right? Because teams are looking to gun at them. Hey, if y'all can go to the Super Bowl, shit, we got to beat y'all to see what the litmus test is. Like, how good are these dudes? So I think it's a great opportunity just to show that you're a good football team. Now, I
Well, you
do
got to
agree.
compete, man. You got
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. You
compete.
got to
So
compete.
that's what it ultimately comes down to. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I said this earlier, and this is where I do agree with Lewis to the point of, and the guys, Cheetah has heard it. Tua has heard you can beat
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
the Carolinas and the
Yeah.
Giants and of that. I think, that's a real thing that you beat these teams. Even last year, you look at it and people say, well, when it got time to win games late in December, where are the Dolphins? So that's a narrative around this football team that we got to solve. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And again, to Lewis' point, and I very rarely ever agree with him, but you do
That's
want to do
cat.
that.
That's cat. Don't laugh, CB. Don't laugh,
Oh
CB.
my
Don't laugh.
gosh. Kill him,
Don't
Doc.
laugh.
Kill him,
Don't laugh.
Doc.
but
Oh,
you do want to
oh,
solve
really,
that
CB?
narrative.
Okay.
No, I'm just
You do want to
No,
solve
okay.
that narrative
Okay.
before the playoffs. You want to solve that we can beat the
yeah,
some good
yeah.
teams before the playoffs.
That's a really good point too, because it's one thing to like go into the playoffs, having beat regular teams, but it's another thing to go into the playoffs having beaten some really good football teams that are
Mm-hmm.
proven, and that builds your confidence to another level. And what I want you guys to understand about the game of football is that confidence is really everything, right? And that's why I think these early games in the season are so important, because it builds confidence in what you're doing, in the scheme, in the coaching staff, in the play calling. And it gives those guys an opportunity to see, hey, if we go out there and execute, we can win plenty of football games. But we got to do what our coaches are telling us to do. We got to buy in, we got to lock in, and we got to do what we're supposed to do. So I think it's going to be a really good test on Sunday night. And you got to cherish opportunities like this, and you got to take advantage of them, because you don't get a lot of them, right? You don't get a chance to play. You only get a chance to play maybe 4 or 5 really good football teams all year, right? And
Right.
when we look at last year, right? We played Buffalo twice. We played the Ravens. We played San Francisco. We played the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
All games that were meaningful games, and that could have proven that, hey, the Miami Dolphins are for real. They're legit, right? That San Francisco game last year, we went into that game and we dropped that game. It was like, the Dolphins may not be as good as people think they are, right? This is one of those games where, hey, you go into this game and you lose this game, they may say, the Dolphins may not be as good as we think they are. Like, to be
Well,
completely honest with you. And that's fair. It's fair.
well, I think it does two things. There's no doubt in my mind that we can go 12-5 and not be the good team and go on and do some great things in
Of
the in
course.
the in the
It
playoffs.
can it can
But
happen.
But there's doubt when you do that. So you're
Exactly.
going in with doubt. You win one of these games between Philadelphia and KC, and then you win another tough one down the road. Then there is no doubt about what you can do against a tough opponent come
Exactly.
playoff time. And that's the difference.
And that,
Absolutely,
and
Doc.
that's the difference. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lou.
And absolutely, Doc. And I said it. CB was on the panel with us earlier, and I said we've already beat a good team this season. Going into the Los Angeles Chargers Week 1,
Yes,
they
sir.
coming off a playoff win or playoff appearance last year. That was a good team. So we've already beat again. CB just said it. We beat Baltimore last year. We beat Buffalo. We come out and beat the Chargers, revenge that loss from last year.
Yeah.
It's about stacking good days. All through the offseason, everybody kept saying just stack good days together.
Yeah.
Well, now during the season, now it's time to start stacking wins together. To CB's point, momentum is a great thing, right? Everybody's positive. The outlook is great for this football team. What better way to keep momentum going than going into Philly Sunday night, hostile environment where everybody national media wise,
They not
everywhere.
they not picking
It,
us.
they're
They
not
not
picking us, right?
they not picking
So
us.
it's bro, it's us against the world.
Yeah.
So let's go out there with the world watching and prove it. That's all I'm saying. Not
Yeah,
that we're
I
not going to
totally
be
agree with you.
contenders or nothing, but go out there and put a good showing, put a good product in the field. And let's be honest, right? If we're gonna, bro, Tua Tagovailoa, Coach McDaniel, this running game, this offensive line, they're all in their bag right now.
They in
You
that
see what I'm
bag.
saying? They're not. It's not like we're struggling. It's not like we're doing things that this league has never ever seen. So again, just go out here. There's another test in front of you. Go out here and put a good showing on a product on the
So
field.
let me ask
That's all
this
I'm saying.
question to you guys. Let me ask this question. What do you want to see this week the pass to run ratio be?
Ooh.
Mm,
That's a really good question. And honestly, I would like to be at 55-45.
Uh,
Right? Now, I don't know if that's realistic with the running back room that we have currently, but that's where I'd like it to be. Because I know if we're balanced, it's gonna keep Philly off balance too. They're not gonna know what we're doing. Now that may go up a little bit because I think I was talking about this earlier on the TFTG show. Like some of the stuff we do may be an extension of the run game. So the quick screens, the
yes,
bubble screens, the
yes,
swings,
yes,
like
yes,
we
yes,
may
yes.
get 5 or 10 of those
mm-hmm.
that aren't throwing plays, but
Yes.
they're actually going to be throwing plays when it comes to the stats. So
Right.
I could see a 65-35 if
That's
we
where
have
I'm at
10 of
right there.
those.
That's where I'm at
You see
right
what I'm
there.
saying?
65 to 35 with 5 to 7 of those plays, a little shuffle, little run,
Yeah.
little shuffle pass to Tyreek coming around and, a
Right.
Mm-hmm.
screen to Waddle. And, we saw them run the screen in the preseason and we haven't seen, they had success in the preseason, but we haven't seen them do as much in the regular season as I thought they would. So I'm hoping that because that just slows down that front four, now it gets the defenders on their heels, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm hoping that 65 to 35 with some of that stuff mixed in.
Yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts, Lou?
I thought you were spot on with your 55-45. I can even go 60-40. At the end of the day, listen, I don't care how we win this game. If we got to throw the ball 80% of the I mean, listen, I will again when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I used to fight guys like CB83, Doc, EM of the world during the offseason
Who?
talking about
Who you
uh
said? I know
oh
you ain't say you said who?
you don't know EM? Oh, you don't
Oh my
man.
gosh.
But you see, I was about to give you credit, CB, and you got to pull a move like that. But
That's
you
my
guys
guy.
don't.
That's my
You,
guy, man.
you guys always told me about balance, and I used to fight with y'all. Nah, the
Yeah,
pass
you
is
used to
this.
kill me. You used to kill me on that,
I
Lou.
did, and I was wrong, CB. Again, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Man,
Did
hey, there's not a lot of cats like you in the community. We need more cats like you in the community who say,
I
hey, when I'm wrong, I'm
I
wrong.
was wrong.
He
Absolutely.
didn't do
Listen,
that. He didn't do that, Doc, till I came on the scene and started
man,
kicking it
stop,
when
Hey,
he had
stop, dog.
appreciate you,
attended
Doc.
colleges. So I
Appreciate you,
take
Doc.
that. I appreciate. He's just another
Uh,
one. That's
He
it.
took you under his wings, man. He got you
uh,
right,
Yeah,
Lou.
Listen,
yeah.
Doc
That's
has
all.
definitely made me a better person. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is this team when it functions, right? When it functions at its best, it's when they're balanced. But this
Yes.
is what I was saying earlier, and to y'all's credit, y'all called it out. Y'all were right. All I was saying earlier on the Phins tailgate show, shout out to the homies, right? Is that I just think that McDaniel again, his play calling is so much better from what we've seen last year. Tua
Yes.
Tagovailoa is executing this playbook. The game plan's going into each week. He is in his bag right now. All I was saying was, if again the numbers bear out, the Philadelphia Eagles are second against the run. I know there's other people that might say it's who they played and I get all that. But the fact of the matter is, if I'll pose the question like I did over there to you guys now again. if the running game is not working, I'm not asking for Mike McDaniel to go away from it so much.
Yeah.
But to CB's point, I think it was great. There's other ways you can have extensions of the run, quick screens, reverses, jet sweep. However, it has to happen. Just do that. But I will say this: I think that if the game had to come down to who's playing better quarterback play right now, who has the better quarterback, I have no problem if we have to throw the ball 65, 70% of the time. I think Tua is executing and playing at a very high level now. I have the utmost confidence that if the Eagles are able to kind of slow down our running game, I still don't think that has an effect on this offense. I think Tua put the ball in his hands, let him go earn his money. Because again, CB, I know you were surprised when I said it earlier. And Doc, I don't know if you've heard me say it already, but 6 weeks into this season, Patrick Mahomes and all, I don't give a damn who's in this league. Tua Tagovailoa is the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Damn.
Oh
Period.
yeah.
It's
That's
not even
hey.
close.
Hey.
So if the ball has to
Yikes.
be in his hands on Sunday night, just like it was week 1 against the Chargers, put it in this young man's hands because I got nothing but 100% confidence in Uno.
Well, I'll say this. The thing we talked about, and both Lewis and I said this earlier this summer, was that the maturation of Mike McDaniels was going to determine how far our
Mm-hmm.
team went. And
And
he has
very
certainly
good point.
matured. Now it's another step in that maturation because we can tell what he can do against certain teams. But now, what does the maturation look like when you get into a war? You know, when you get into Monday and Sunday night
Mm.
against a really, really good football team and things start getting tight, are you going to be able to get the play in? Are you going to have that play ready to go, et cetera, et cetera? Are you going to outwit their defensive coordinator? Do you know what they're going to try to run against you? All of those things that determine you win the game because his play design is unmatched.
Unmatched.
Now it becomes situational football. What play do
Can
you
you call
call?
it?
Yeah, in a tough spot to get us out of the back of the our own end zone going out. Can you make a call to get us out late in the game so we can get into the 4 minute offense, all of that stuff?
And I think you make a really good points there, Doc. And I think Mike McDaniel. So his play calling has kind of been transformed. I feel like his play calling was good last year, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
felt like his play calling last year was kind of one dimensional, and he didn't really use the flats like he's using the flats this year. He didn't really use the running backs in the passing game like he's using the running backs in the pass game this year. So I feel like he's doing a lot more of using the entire field as opposed to just last year. I felt like he was focused on the middle of the field. Like we gotta eat in the middle. And when people took away the middle, it's kind of like he didn't really know where to go, once they took away the middle of the field. But now this year we see the run. I see a lot more outside run. Like the stretch game is totally different
Yes,
than it was last year.
yes,
I felt like we
Mm.
weren't really running the ball like that last year
right.
on the outside. Like we weren't getting our guys in space. I don't know if he didn't trust guys like the tackles in space, but we see now, like even with the tunnel screens, like we've seen tunnel screen 2 or 3 times this year to Jalen Waddle to Tyreek Hill, where our offensive linemen are just quickly getting out into space, blocking those athletic guys. We didn't really see it much of that last year. Like we really
Agreed.
didn't see none of that. So I
Mm.
feel like Mike McDaniel has transformed his play calling to just kind of understand that, man, I need to use more of the I gotta be chess and not checkers. Because I feel like last year he was checkers. It was like if I don't have this, I'm gonna do this. This year he's implementing a lot more. You see him taking stuff from the single wing offense. You see him
Mm.
you see Mike McDaniel really in his bag, digging in the crates and really pulling out classics. Like the man is pulling out classics, like pulling out old vinyl records that haven't been used in years and just dialing it up and using it at the right time. And
Well,
I
well,
And
think
he's
CB,
gotten back. Go ahead, Lou.
Go ahead,
Well,
Luke. Go ahead.
no. I just wanted to ask CB a question because I agree with everything you just said, and Mike McDaniel deserves a lot of credit. But let
Yeah,
me ask you this. Let me ask you this, CB. Remember last year we all heard the rumors that Frank Smith, the OC, right, really couldn't help McDaniel in none of the game planning or nothing like that because
That's
it was admitted that he had to sit and babysit the offensive line coach Applebaum.
right,
How
right.
much credit do you got? And Doc, you can answer this as well. How much credit should we start giving guys like Frank Smith? Because in my opinion, bro, the job that the remember when we started giving Mike McDaniel all this credit about the staff he was building. Look at
Yeah.
Frank Smith. I believe
Mhm.
he should get some of that credit helping Mike McDaniel. Look at the job that Butch Berry has done with
Butch
this
Berry's
offensive
on
line.
point. Yeah.
CB, I heard you say something earlier on the show earlier about Austin Jackson, bro. And some of those tunnel screens you were saying, right, and even some of the when we pull our offensive lineman or just in general when our offensive line, bro. Do you see Austin Jackson how he's going up
Bro.
to the second, third level, looking for people to hit?
And,
That mean streak that's
and,
coming out. How much credit should we start giving guys like Butch Berry and Frank Smith, CB, in your
and
opinion?
And honestly, it's huge, especially in the offensive line room, right? Because when you look at our offensive line, we're coming from like 4, 5, 6 years of just being soft up front, right? So just being soft, just not being physical, not really having that dog. We have a couple guys here or there that could play, and that could be consistent, but honestly, we never really had dudes who really sought out the contact and just was looking to smack dudes in the mouth. And for us to kind of for Butch Berry to kind of flip the switch in the room and just say, "Hey, you guys are good, but you don't you guys are soft. Like you don't seek contact. You're not aggressive. You're not firing off the football. You're not seeking out the contact. You're in the past we've always been the nail, right? We've always been the nail, and you see this year us transform from being the nail to being the hammer now. So now we can just kind of be more aggressive, set the tone, and then when you add in the speed with guys like Mostert and A Chain, and you add the element of the play action, and you got Tyreek and Waddle running down the field, it just adds something different to the offense. And you
well,
gotta give them guys their due because Frank Smith, Butch Berry, Mike McDaniel have really just put that shit together, and it's really just clicking and working out
well,
exactly the
well,
way we
I'll
wanted to.
I'll say this, man. It takes a coach like Mike McDaniel's, man, to really figure it out. And I don't know how Butch Berry got here. I do know that Mike McDaniel is a team first, a rah-rah type of guy. And
Yeah,
that is an excellent trait. But if you're going to be that way, then somebody on your coaching staff got to be an
gotta
asshole.
gotta be. Gotta be. And
And
that's what people don't realize, Doc. Like when you played football, right? And you know, hey, when I played at the high school level, my head coach, asshole out the yin yang, right? But my position coach, my offensive line coach, was a character builder. Hey, I'm gonna instill
right,
confidence in you,
yes,
and sometimes my position coach had to be an asshole, and sometimes my head coach had to be the one to be like, "Yo, Chris, we need you to do better in this area. You know, we're gonna build you up." But it's a combination of both, and I think those guys realize that, and I think that's why Mike McDaniel went and got a guy like Butch Berry. You know, people were saying, "Hey, Butch Berry was booed out of town." The Denver offensive line was happy he was leaving and you know why it was? It probably was because he had high expectations for those guys, and they weren't living up to what he was expecting from them. And
or
that's
it
what
was they
happens
didn't
in
have
some locker rooms.
or it was they didn't have a coach when he put foot in their ass to come back and hey
Eh,
man, you know that's coach man.
and that happens sometimes too.
Yeah,
Because I've been on look, I've been on staffs like that where I was when I had to be the hey, I'm gonna put my foot up in your ass type of guy, right? And my offensive lineman, I didn't have a guy coming behind me
right,
to console them. So they would be like, "Yo, coach is on my ass. He's a dickhead. He just want
right.
and it becomes tough. But you really got to pull them to the side. And when we watch film, I would have the conversations with them like, hey guys, I understand sometimes it gets heated out there. That's part of it. But I care about you. I want the best for you. And this is what we need to do in order to get better as a football team. So it's a combination of all of that. But I think right now the balance is just aligning with the coaching staff and aligning with the guys we have. So, and sometimes it works out like that. We just need the defense to kind of catch up and figure that shit out too, because they're a little bit behind in regards to that. Because Fangio is just getting there, so we got to expect there to be some rubbing on each other, some iron sharpens iron, in order for them to get right too.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I only got two questions. First of all, Doc played football? Doc played football?
Hey, Doc played in the league, bro. What you talking about, bro?
Hey,
NFL.
and then the second question: who in the hell would hire UCB to be a coach on the staff?
Man.
Y'all done lost y'all's mind, man. What y'all talking about up here, man? No, I'm just playing. Hey, y'all made some good points. Y'all made some good points, man.
Go ahead, Doc.
I'm just telling you that having, after my playing days, I coached college football for 7 years, man. And when you have a guy like Mike McDaniels, you gotta have another guy like
you got to.
Butch Barry.
You got to.
And
you can't have all Mike McDaniels. That shit ain't gonna get it done, Doc.
But
it's
then
not.
Too, you gotta have a guy. When you have a guy like Mike McDaniels as your head coach, you also gotta have a guy like Big Fangio that can look at him and say, "All right, young fella, run that damn football now. Let's not get carried away." And Mike McDaniels may not listen to him because ultimately he's the head coach, but Fangio has the cachet to at least say it. And I don't think last year. I think last year Mike McDaniel didn't trust or really value Boyer and the defensive staff, and all of those things were going on. So having a guy like Fangio, I mean, they've just transformed that coaching staff, and now you take a grade A coaching staff with a very, very good football team, and you got yourself something.
Man, Doc, man, you better tell him about your credentials, man. Tell him you played for the. Man, go ahead, run down your credentials real quick, man.
Hey man. This
I've been waiting.
He don't believe in
Doc,
nothing but the snow. He don't believe in nothing but Christmas.
I've been
man.
waiting for them I've been waiting for them credentials for about a year and a half.
Doc played wide receiver in the NFL. Tell him, Doc. Who was your quarterback, Doc?
Hey, man, look, man. You know, some people, man. Like I told you, man. As much as I care about this dude, man, I done took all kind of.
Oh, he gonna kill you, Doc. Don't even worry about it, Doc.
I done took all kind of slugs for this dude, man. And every time I turn around, he got a knife in my back, man. I done lost friends behind this guy. And every time I turn around, he got a knife in my back, man. Well, what you gonna do, man? You love who you love, man, and that's it, man. You just love your family.
Stop doing Doc like that, man. Don't be mad because he played with the great Warren Moon, man. You can't be mad at Doc for that, Lou.
Hey, but Lou, let me ask you and CB this: what is the defensive game plan coming into the game?
It's gotta be to contain Jalen Hurts. You gotta keep him in the pocket, right? So the edges, the contain's gotta be there. The defensive ends, they just can't be running up the field all willy-nilly thinking they're pass rushers. You got at some point you got to sit your ass down and make sure you're not giving up the running lanes, right? And then you got to take somebody away in that secondary. I don't know if it's going to be Devontae Smith or if it's going to be AJ Brown, but you got to take one of them away, right? And you got to figure out a way to make it difficult on Jalen. Like, honestly, my thing is, bro, on 3rd and 5, you can't be playing 8 yards off the ball. Like, man. you gotta get up in that. You gotta get up in their face a little bit. You gotta show at 3 and work to 5 quick, and keep them from getting the first down. Like, I've seen too much of this defense just not playing the sticks, not being aggressive. Somebody's got to go underneath and try to get a pick, because you got help over the top, because you got Jalen, because you got your boy back there. Like, come on, like you got Holland and Elliott back there. Somebody's got to undercut it and say, "Oh, we're going to get this one. We taking this one to the crib." Like I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen them playing smart, right? Like on 3rd and 5, and you know they want to run it out, bait them. Bait them to throw the out, go underneath. You know you got Holland over the top in case you miss it. Hey, take the chance. I just don't see enough of taking chances on defense. I want to see us play a little bit, play like our hair on fire, man. We got to go out there and make some plays, man. I'm convinced.
Yeah, because we haven't had a turnover in our last 3 games.
Oh,
So
and that's bad.
that is bad.
That's
That is
bad.
bad.
If you haven't had it, and we played Carolina, we played the Giants. Come on, bro. Like y'all can't get a turnover versus them. You can't bait Bryce Young to throw 1 interception. Come on, dog. Like y'all ain't playing smart. I don't understand it. And I don't know what Vic Fangio is telling them. If he's telling them to play like robots and literally keep everything in front of you, back your ass up and make sure he catches the ball and tackle. Nah, that's not the way you play football. Somebody got to take a chance on this defense, man. Somebody got to take a chance.
I would agree, Doc. To answer your question, though, of what the game plan would be, I said it earlier. I think CB kind of stole a little bit of my thunder. Now, I would tell Jalen Phillips, Andrew Van Ginkel, Bradley Chubb, whoever's playing that end position, not to over pursue. I'm so tired of them going behind where the quarterback is. Number one, because all you're going to do with a guy like Jalen Hurts is create a lane, whether it's to the left or to the right, for him to escape the pocket. What I think we should do is contain the outsides, right? Play contain, force Jalen Hurts to stay in the pocket. And if you are going to blitz him up the middle. Listen, everybody tells me Jerome Baker's horrible in coverage. He's horrible
Send his ass on the blitz.
Right, exactly, CB. If he's horrible in coverage and he's horrible at tackling in coverage, right? Send him up the middle blitzing, right? If you contain the edges and you blitz up the middle, or hell, if Zach Seiler shows up and Christian Wilkins shows up and gets maybe some organic pressure up the middle. Yeah. I believe that nobody thinks that Jalen Hurts on a consistent level can just beat you staying in the pocket a whole game, right? I don't think no one, and that's no shot at Jalen Hurts. I absolutely love the kid, but I don't think he could just beat you in a 60-minute ball game.
He can't.
From the pocket. So that would be my game plan, Doc. Try to contain the edges, try to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, and force him. Again, you got to take away the running game from the Philadelphia Eagles. But if Miami can take away the run and keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, I do give Miami a really, really good chance to win this game.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point. I think Jalen Phillips, like, honestly, when we looked at Jalen Phillips his rookie year, right, he wasn't a world beater by any means. He was a guy. He was a guy, right? But when the offensive coordinator came in and added that element of him running the football, added in a couple of receivers that are weapons, then you kind of saw that offense transform into something different. So if you're able to take away some of that running and keep him in the pocket and make him a passer, make him pick you apart. I don't think he wants that. I don't think he wants to just sit in the pocket. If you take away some of these first reads and you make him go to his second and third, I think he might struggle. But I mean, I think you're kind of spot on, Lou, in regards to just make him a passer. Make him a passer, make him play. Doc, you back?
Man, yeah, I'm back. I agree with that. And the other thing is we gonna have to stop that run, man. You know they're coming in the ball game trying to play ball control and run their football, man, and we gonna have to get stout up front and stop the run. And again, this is just another chance, for Christian Wilkins.
And this is
you say. Go ahead, bro.
No. I think you were cutting out a little bit, but I think you got a point. Like Christian Wilkins, you say you want to be the dude, you got to go in there and make plays. Like this the perfect opportunity, and they got the butt push and whatever, and they're gonna be stout. I think their offensive line is really good, man. Now,
Yeah.
what bothers me about our defense is that I really haven't seen our defense in heavy packages, like
Mm,
where we play the run well, right? Like we haven't gotten to a 4 or 5 man front and put
mm.
3 linebackers in the game and said, "Hey, you're not running the football." Because honestly, I don't think we really had a personnel to do it. To be completely honest with you, like
Right.
outside of the 2 linebackers we got in
Well,
David
we've
Long
tried
and
to do
Jerome Baker,
some with Raekwon. We've tried to do a little. We've tried to do a little of it with Raekwon, but it just hasn't been effective.
right? And I mean, and you add so you can add another lineman in there. You add five. You have 5 linemen on the line of scrimmage. You still got 2 linebackers. Who you gonna bring in as a heavy guy? Another heavy guy to try to stop the run. I mean, you gonna bring in Duke Riley? You gonna bring in what? Channing Tindall? Like Channing Tindall
Sando,
ain't seen the field.
right?
I mean,
No, Tendo can't even get on the field.
right? It's like it's like man, it's these linebackers. If there was one thing I would address on our defense,
Mm.
it's the linebacker position. We gotta get another guy in there that's gonna be a thumper and that can kind of stop this run a little bit more, man. We need
I
a
would
guy.
agree.
We need a guy, and honestly, Jerome Baker can be a package guy. If it's 3rd and 10, bring him in the game for pass coverage and stuff underneath. But
Hey man,
we
they're
need a guy
gonna
on
try
second
to
and
run the
short.
ball.
Go
I
ahead, go
was
ahead.
just saying that they're gonna try to run the ball to limit our possessions. They want to keep us to about 6 or 7 possessions. If we get up to seven
I
to
agree.
ten possessions, we gonna win the football game. Their only chance of winning it is to
Let's
limit our
control.
possessions and run the football.
Well, Doc, I'm glad you said that, Doc, because I said that earlier, and I think CB might have been away because I didn't hear him respond. I would love to get CB's thoughts. But CB brought up a good point now about this butt push or whatever they call it, the tush push or whatever. We know the problems that the Philadelphia Eagles present in short yardage, whether it's 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whatever, 3rd and 2s, whatever, anything short yardage, they present a problem, I feel like where Miami has to do a good job in this game specifically is when, because I can easily see us maybe giving up 1 or 2, maybe even 3 of those plays in short yardage up to Philadelphia. Hell, everybody does. But
Right.
when Miami gets Philadelphia in long situations, 3rd and 8,
Right.
3rd and 9,
That's where they got
third
to
and
eat.
ten,
Yes.
you
Yes.
got you got to get off the field on those downs, right? That's where if Miami can do that, we'll have a chance. But you can't give Philadelphia those 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s, and give them 3rd and 9s as well. You see
Eh,
what I'm
eh,
saying? That's where
Well,
I
when you get
it's
Philadelphia in a position 3rd and long, you
you got
have
to
to get
stop
off
him.
the field.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
have
Well,
to get off the
Lewis,
field.
it really starts on first down, right? So you can't give them 4 and 5 yards rushing on first down. That's really where it starts at.
Absolutely.
So you got to keep them in 2nd and long so that now third down is a difficult position. If they're getting 4 yards a clip, 6 yards a clip,
It don't
three
matter.
yards, yeah, it's gonna be tough on us.
And that's the thing that bothers me about this defense is that we don't we're a very finesse defense, right? And that's the thing that bothers me the most about the defense is it really is a finesse unit. Everybody's kind of making moves and in the gaps, and they're just not a very fit. The only really physical guy I see on our defense is David Long, and I'm not saying the only physical guy, but the only one in that front seven who's like willing to lay their body on the line to make a play is David Long Jr. Like he's willing to do that, and I feel like in order for us to be a good defense, we need another guy who's going to do that, and it can't just be one guy because they're going to key in on you and they watch film, guys. That's what I want y'all to understand. They watch what Jerome Baker is doing every week. They watch him every week. They circle him. They say, "Hey, this is the guy we're going to run at," because he doesn't want to stick his nose in there. He's not aggressive. He's easy to block and he doesn't shed blocks very well.
I
So
mean, if the
Mm.
truth is, we only have 4 physical guys on defense: Holland, Zach Sealer, David Long, and Christian Wilkins, maybe.
yeah,
Cat.
Who else?
No, no,
Why you?
no. I,
he
I was
said,
just, I was just saying
he
with
said,
Christian Wood.
he said Christian Wilkins ain't
I,
physical.
I was just joking, but to CB's point, right? Like, I think Miami does, and hopefully Miami's not watching film like CB83's breakdown. I just want to say that.
Oh
But,
man,
Oh
but,
shit!
nah, hey, you know how we do. It's just joke. It's just joke.
that's all good.
But,
Yeah,
but,
I
but,
got you though. Use a hoe for that. Use
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
a hoe for that.
yeah. We already know. But CB, to your point, and I would ask you guys this, right? And CB, you can go first. But I live in Tampa. You know, early in the morning, I usually throw on the sports radio out
Give
here.
him, hey, give him to me, bro. I already know what you're
Hey,
talking about. I wanted him a
there
couple years ago, bro.
there's a guy named Ira Kaufman. Anytime any of the Buccaneers have been to the Hall of Fame, he's the one that inducts them in, does their presentation for the Hall of Fame. It's a guy named Ira Kaufman. Been in the Tampa market for multiple years, covered the team. He was on there, I think it was yesterday morning, I think it was. And he said specifically that he was told that the Miami Dolphins have made inquiries for Devin
Devin,
White. Yeah, Devin White. Would that be something that might interest you, CB?
bro,
If you could
that
pull off Devin White?
that is the move,
Mm.
bro. I'm telling you right now. If the
How much is
Dolphins,
it gonna cost us?
it don't
Well,
matter.
well, well.
It don't
See,
matter. Like
well,
because
well.
we're
From
not signing Christian Wilkins to a long term deal, right? This is gonna be a one time shot, right?
Well, they're
So
saying CB. They're saying before you start cooking. They're saying he said the reason Tampa Bay is not willing to sign him yet because he's asking for Roquan Smith money, 20+ million. Are you willing to pay Devin White 20? I mean, I know he's 25 years
I,
old. He's a monster, but is he worth 20+ million?
I think he's worth between 18 and 20. And
Okay,
you
all right.
gotta understand he's a Super Bowl winning linebacker.
Mm,
Really the piece in the middle of that defense. On a defense where you had young guys like Wakefield and where you had young guys like Vita Vea in front of him. So he was like the centerpiece in that defense, right? So I ain't got cap situation, all of that, throw all of that shit out the window. If you get me Devin White, uh, Jerome Baker will be off the books next year. Christian Wilkins may be off the books next year, and we may be looking at a
And
cheaper
X
option. X may be off
and
the books
X.
next year.
If
well,
you
Like,
get
well,
him,
CB.
if you pay go ahead, Lou.
Well, no, well, let me pose this question to you and see where y'all's head at. We all believe we have a Super Bowl roster here, right? If Miami, let's say, because Ira Kaufman, the guy for the Buccaneers, he also said they asked him what would draft compensation look like coming back to the Buccaneers, and
mm,
he thought it would be either a third or maybe fourth round pick, and either a player or another pick on top of that. Let's say, for the sake of argument, Miami sent a third and a seventh or a sixth or whatever you
right.
want, but with the intentions of not signing him, just bringing him in for this year to make a run at it this year. Would y'all be mad with that scenario?
I don't think that can happen though. I think the only way
Okay,
he's moved is if he gets a contract. And
okay, all
I'm
right.
fine with giving him a contract because you got some guys coming off the books. But Devin White is the piece you put next to a David Long Jr. because then David Long Jr. can be the complimentary guy. Devin White could be the he's the piece in the middle. He's the thumper in the middle. That now David Long Jr. can be the guy that kind of chases and still makes plays. He's cat like. He's gonna maneuver. He's gonna shed blocks and make plays. Now that's a totally different defense. You go from like a finesse defense to now a more physical defense that can establish yourself early in the game with a thumper like Devin White. Like he's a game changer, bro. I'm telling you, that's a dude who can play, and he's a sideline to sideline guy too, and he can still run. So that's a no brainer to me. I wanted Devin White years ago, but I know the Bucks weren't gonna give him to us because they were actually trying to compete for, a title. And
Well, that just goes to your point though, because you were bringing up the linebacker, you were bringing up obviously Jerome Baker. It,
Jerome Baker,
the,
let me say this real quick. Jerome Baker is a very bad linebacker, and to be completely honest with you, when I watch film, and I break down what Jerome Baker is doing, he is not doing nothing out there. Like, to be completely honest, he may get in coverage, give you a little bit, but in the run game and with the effort, with everything, I just don't see it from Jerome Baker. And I like him. I mean, I like him as a person. I think he's been good for us in the past with chasing down guys and running to the football. But he's a gadget guy. He's a guy you got to mask by blitzing him, by doing it, by putting him on a tight end sometimes, by putting him on a running back out of the backfield. That's stuff you do with him. He's not a guy who should be on the field every down. He's just not that guy. But go ahead, Lou.
Well, no, I was just going to say to your point, CB. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins must feel the way you're feeling because
Bro.
for them to even make the call to Tampa to inquire about Devin White, they're starting to notice everything you just said. So,
bro, Fangio knows. If I can watch film and point it out to people that he's just not good enough in the scheme, y'all got to understand. There's only 2 linebackers in there. There's only 2 inside linebackers in there. If one of them ain't doing their job, it's going to show and it's going to be glaring, right? If David Long is making plays that Jerome Baker should be making on his side, that's a problem. If David Long is making Jerome Baker's plays, that's a problem. And that's what I see on film. It's just, he just ain't it. And I think the Miami Dolphins are making calls. And they are trying to figure it out because I know Vic Fangio is pounding the table for another linebacker right now. He has to be. Because he knows, hey, I'm not going to be able to get done with this guy.
People can say what they want to. I don't know about Chris Greer. Got to get better in his middle of the draft, in the middle rounds, and he got to get better at drafting offensive linemen. But that son of a gun gonna try to go out and get some players.
Oh yeah,
and he ain't messing around.
But see, that's what I do respect about Chris Greer. Like, he may not draft the best, but he gonna find you a guy that could come in and play. And I think, honestly, that's the way to do it. If you can't hit, if you're not hitting in the draft, then you might as well move off it right away. The experiment is over. He's not good enough. Let's go find another guy. I think Baker in the past has been just good enough because you could hide him when you were sending everybody, when you're doing all-out blitzes, and when you're sending a bunch of guys and they don't know where you're coming from. You can hide Jerome Baker in that. But now when you play a regular base defense and you got to stay in your position and you got to make a play and you got to fill a gap, that just ain't his cup of tea, guys. It just ain't his cup of tea, man.
Are we primed and ready for a playoff special team play, man? I just want to see us one special teams play at this team as well, man. This is a great opportunity. A block punt, a 50-yard return, something, man.
I think Barrios has been good for us. To be honestly, that's something that has been like a highlight to this year too. Just not having to worry about a guy putting the ball on the ground in the punt game and the kickoff game. And then also knowing that, hey, I may have an opportunity for a good return with Barrios. So I've been really pleased with him. And I think it's only a matter of time before we spring one with him, for sure.
He almost got loose last week against the Carolina Panthers. Late in the fourth quarter, he almost got loose.
He's nice, man. I like Barrios. I like everything about him as a player, man. He's doing what he
Claypool. What are we expecting out of Claypool this week?
Come on. Hey, all you got to do is give me the 50-50 ball in the end zone. Go ahead, top somebody, and get that fade route. Because Tua throws that fade ball damn near perfect, right, in the red zone, right? If you can, there's no way to guard it, right? All you got to do is put it up there. The DB is going to be facing Claypool. He's not going to be able to turn around and play the ball because it's going to be too quick. Ball's going to come out quick. He's not going to be able to turn around and play it. By the time he turns around and plays it, the ball is going to be in the sky, and Claypool should be going up to high point and bring it down for a touchdown. So that's really what I want to see. If he could do that for us, that would be tremendous.
I think you're going to see that, but what we were talking about earlier in the extension in the run game.
Doc, you in the blender, man. You may have to you may have to come back up. You may have to go out and come back up because you're in the blender right now. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, no, I was going to say with Claypool, because I agree, CB. I think he is going to be a red zone target. I would agree. Tua does throw that fade very, very well. But remember, kind of earlier in the season, what we seen from Eric is a comment on what we were talking about earlier in
The jet sweeps. Yep.
the jet sweeps and things of that nature. I think that's where you're going to see Claypool get a little bit of work, especially tomorrow. And again, supposedly there's 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think in the short game as well, you can, because remember he's a big target, but let's not forget Claypool got some wheels on him. I think he's a 4-3 guy as well. So
yeah,
it's not
and he's a physical presence. Like, I mean, that's
absolutely
what you need. I mean, and that's the thing about this team. Like, I was a little bit worried about with the receivers. It was like, man, these guys are fast, but where's the physical element? Where is the element that's going to punish you? Where is the element that you might need to just throw a bubble screen to and get 3 or 4 yards quick, and run over somebody? And I think that's where I see the vision for Claypool, is just being that physical presence over the middle, in the flats, catching it quick, running with it, doing the jet sweeps and stuff you talked about, that Eric Izukama role. He could do it, man. He's more than capable. I mean, just give him the ball, bro. And I think when you give guys opportunities who've been labeled like, oh, he doesn't work hard, and you give a guy opportunity, Mike McDaniel said it. He's going to keep a guy hungry. He's going to keep him ready to go. So whether he has to sit him out a little bit or feed him the ball a little bit here and there, I think he's going to get Claypool going to where, he might end up getting some touches and really like hurting Philly or hurting teams down the stretch, because he is that physical presence. Like, he's a tough guy to guard. And when you throw up that 50-50 ball and you gotta pull his jersey, and that's PI. Those PI calls, man. So, man, I think that's a perfect opportunity for him to come in and make some plays.
Yeah, I agree. I would tend to agree with that. So,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
you see, CB, how much peaceful this is, having a good help.
I'm gonna let it be. Hey, I gotta let the chaos start. I'm actually, bro. This is good. When we have conversations like this, it's needed in the community. And
Absolutely.
and that's the thing, man. I think not enough people do this. They don't have conversations with like 3 to 4 people and just talk. It's cool to have the 10 people up, but it's also cool to have like some good dialogue so you guys can hear it and everybody can kind of digest it without it being chaos. I think that's necessary, bro. And you see that.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, when I first started coming around, I kind of liked the chaos and stuff. And now I'll be honest, CB, 10, and even if there is a 10 panel or person panel, as long as everybody is letting everybody speak and not, because
Yeah.
I'll be honest, when sometimes when I'm just a listener and I'm listening to it and there's 9 different voices going at once, it's a hard listen for the fans and the people that come to listen. So, listen, I think it's been great conversation. I've been having to carry a lot of it with you and whole ass Doc, but you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But,
I got some of the homies coming in. So, and Lou, if you want to drop down, you can. I appreciate you coming through, bro. I know it might.
Dan, you trying to get rid of me?
No, I'm not trying to get rid. I know you might not like the chaos, so that's why
Look,
I got to preface that.
You see what happens when you start cooking CB on his own show. He tries to gatekeep and get rid of you.
Oh, here you go.
Look.
Hey, shout out to the homie Mountie and Crypto. What's good with y'all boys, man?
Hey, what's going on, CB83? Hey, you know CB83. Hey, CB83, you know I'm the most soft-spoken, well-mannered,
Oh
mild-mannered
my god,
fan in the community. So
that's cap like a motherfucker.
I am the most soft-spoken guy you can ever hear of and dream and imagine of. So,
hey, Crypto.
Yo, my ears are still ringing.
Damn, Mountie, you eating a bag of chips? What the hell you eating on, bro?
Yeah, my bad.
Cheetos.
Damn, Mountie.
Damn, we got a bag of Cheetos.
Hey, what big?
I just can't wait. I'm ready to get to Sunday to get to it, to walk off and
Hey,
ass.
hey, Mountie. Hey, what you think about this game, man? We gonna get this dub or what, bro?
I'm gonna be at the
Yeah,
stadium early tomorrow.
I think we're gonna do it. What it is this. Mike McDaniel's smart, man. He's proven to that. I mean, he has his moments where, sometimes I think his self-righteousness shows through somewhat, but he's very smart. He makes adjustments. The thing is, what we need to do is because Philly, they big and aggressive. So what do you do against big and aggressive front forwards? You make them fucking run. You make them move. Outside zone sweeps, make them run it all fucking game.
They hate that.
Outside zone sweeps, jet sweep, all that shit. Quick shit.
Hey, bro, you spot on. When them big dudes be in the middle chilling and you running up the middle, they love that shit. But when you start going that sideline to sideline, or you throwing bubble screens and them dudes got to run out there and chase dudes down, or
they don't like that.
They coach saying, "Hey, you better get your ass to that football. You better get your ass to the ball." Oh, they hate that. They hate it.
Yeah, they don't like that.
They hate it.
They don't like that.
Would be the best
and see, as we all know, Jalen, even from college days, Jalen Hurts was never a great passer. Okay, and he's an improved passer, but he's
gotten better. Yeah.
He's gotten better. He's an improved passer, but he's not. I think he's like second in the league with interceptions, right? He got like 7 or something, right?
I think he does. I think he is up there with interceptions.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of people between 5 and 8 or something like that, and 9.
Yeah, so him and Josh Allen, they good to give it to you.
And bro, we got to get some turnovers, man. This defense. I thought a Vic Fangio defense was gonna be sliding on the turnovers, bro. I thought we was gonna be eating out here.
I did too. I actually did too. I thought we was gonna be high in the turnovers.
I thought we was
creating turnovers, especially we had the opportunity against rookie quarterbacks.
Bro.
Well, at least quarterbacks that had not had pretty good. I'm like, damn, turn them over.
Pass rush. We can't get the pass rush. That's why I think I'm starting to think. I think we might move on from Christian Wilkins. He's not a Vic Fangio guy. He doesn't. He's not a good passer.
But see that the crazy thing is he's getting sacks now, guys. Like it kind of crunk up.
It's kind of by default.
And I'm with you. It is by default. He's kind of falling into the right place at the right time, but he might be able to get after this season. He might be able to fetch the money he's searching for on the open market, which I don't hate him for. I mean, bro, go get your bag. I don't know if I don't think the Miami Dolphins.
Think somebody like Cincinnati or Cleveland snatches him up?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna have an opportunity.
Somebody like Cincinnati, Cleveland, yeah.
What is he at now? 3.5 sacks through 6 games?
Yeah.
I think he's at 3.5 sacks.
Yeah, something like that. About 3.5.
He's on pace. He's on pace to do 10, which is gonna be tough though. I mean, he's gonna have to figure it. He's gonna have to figure it out. Yeah. But he's on pace. He's on pace to do about 10, 11 sacks. So
if he do that without a drop off, then there's gonna be a lot of teams that's like playoff like teams that's gonna come calling them.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is though, and I think me and Lewis was talking about it early in the spring, is that we got to be able to tag him to get something for him though. You got either transition tag or something.
Yeah, you could do that, but you end up. I don't know. That's a tough call.
Because I would hate to get rid of him. Let him go for nothing. I mean, he is.
If we let him walk, Mountie, what's the likelihood that he will play with somebody in our division?
Shit, I don't think he would want to go nowhere. I mean, well, you want to go to New England? What? I mean, that thing.
I'm talking about like Buffalo or the Jets, because they got a decent front four. So
I can
would
see
he want to play with them?
I can see it happening. The way Gesicki walked and went to New England, thinking it was sweet. I can see that.
Be spiteful, yeah. Just say I'm gonna sign with the division team now.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's spiteful. I think it's what you said earlier. The bag. It's the bag. Whoever the highest bidder.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. I think that bullshit walks money. I mean, money talks, bullshit walks. And if you showing these cats the money, I think they don't care where they
Yeah.
playing. Like,
I,
bro, it
I,
is. I'm a
Yeah. He'll
professional.
play in Tennessee if they give him the bag.
Hell yeah,
is
he
it
play
fair to
anywhere.
say? Is it fair to
Shake
say?
money.
What's good,
Is it
homies?
fair to say, aside from
What's up,
Javon
Shake?
Holland, maybe David Long, I'm sorry, and maybe Deshaun Elliott, everybody, this could
Mm.
be a different defense next
I th-
year under Fangio
I think so. I think
because he's gonna want to go and get his guys.
I think so. I think it's gonna be a heavy defensive draft too, um, because he's gonna want guys that fit into his scheme. And
Hmm.
I mean, I think guys like Jalen Phillips will be around. He's on a rookie deal. Chubb, I think he'll still be around for sure. David Long will still be around. I don't think Jerome Baker will be here. I'm not sure about Raekwon. Not sure about Christian Wilkins. I think Silo will be here, but outside of that, I mean the safeties will
I
be
think X
here.
is gone.
Yeah, I
But
think
see,
X might be on
but you
his way
see,
out.
did you see his? But yo, did you
Yeah.
see his dead cap hit next year?
What is it?
I think his dead cap hit is like 25 million or something.
Damn. I mean,
Like it's hard. It's gonna be hard to cut him. Like I mean, we
I
would
don't
have
know.
to
I
I
think
spread
don't know
that
if
out
it's
over
that
4
high.
years or something.
I don't know if
I
it's
think
that
I
it
think
high.
that was
is.
his
I,
dead
I,
cap
no,
this
I
year.
remember. I remember Dougie
I think that was
Durong
his dead cap this year.
saying that he was one of the guys they could get rid of, and we don't have any cut hit.
Right. I think this year, Mountie, you mixing it up.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah.
this
I
year
thought
he
it
had the
was.
big dead cap
Omar
hit.
and Poupart said that yesterday that his dead cap, getting rid of him would be, feasible for the team this year, and that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
Right.
so I guess that what is
Now
that
this year
a
was the one
post
that would
June
have been
cut?
bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
They can
I
get
think
up
they
So
could
from
I
Agba's
think they could
gone.
move on. Yeah, yeah. I think they can move on from X.
Cam Smith can slide right on in.
Cam Smith gotta go.
I bet you they try to
Yeah.
they're probably on the phone trying to move Agba right now.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
No, not before the deadline. What?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Well
I don't know
I
about
think
Agba,
at
that.
the
Agba is
deadline.
putting better. He's putting pretty good stats.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing
Okay.
okay. He's doing okay.
I don't.
But
Yeah, he is.
That's a good. I mean, if they were to move anybody, who do you think they would move on defense?
on defense,
Jerome Baker.
Baker.
Shit, don't
I
nobody
just
want
like
that
that
man.
said.
What you talking about? They gonna see that
It'd
damn
be
film and
hard to
say,
move him. They try to
"What?
move him. Right.
What the hell? Who want to gadget guy for that
I
type
was
of
gonna say
money,
Baker because
man?"
his contract didn't don't look that expensive. You look at it in hindsight.
And now, I mean, in hindsight, okay, but he ain't worth that type of money. Let's be real.
No, he's a top
Yo,
17 linebacker, CB.
Yo, what's good,
He's a
Sean?
top
What's
what
up,
it do,
17
y'all? What it
linebacker.
do?
Yeah.
Hey, what's
man?
going
He a
on?
top 15 linebacker in what league?
This one, the NFL, the
Nah,
National
not right
Football
now.
League.
He not a top 15 linebacker right now. We
No,
can
no,
go.
I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about before this year.
Oh shit, that don't matter. You are what the system says you are. If
Yo,
Vic
Sean,
Fangio,
what's going on,
if
man?
Vic Fangio defense say you bad, you bad, bro. Sean,
Yeah,
what's
he's
good?
not panning out this time.
Yo,
What's
yo,
up, Sean?
yo.
Hey, how
Yo,
you
what's
feeling
up?
about this game this week, man? Big game, big game.
Man, I can't wait, man. This shit gonna be a video. You feel me? This shit about to be fun.
It's about to be fun, man.
Man,
Yo, man. By the way, it was me. It was a pleasure meeting you, Sean, on
You too,
this
Shake
Sunday,
Money,
man.
my boy.
That's dope. That's
oh,
dope.
you was
Y'all got
at
a
fan
chance to link.
weekend?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Y'all was at fan weekend? Okay.
That's dope. That's dope. Hey,
I'm gonna be out there
Yeah,
next year at the
I
fan
got to meet
weekend.
Doc. I got to meet Doc too. Shout out to you, Doc.
okay, dope. Hey,
I'm gonna
man.
make sure I meet everybody, man.
This Sunday
Yeah,
night
look at
game
that.
might be one of the most watched Sunday night games
Shout out
of all
Sean.
time, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
if
Yeah,
you
that's true. I think the ratings gonna be high. I think so too. I think those ratings gonna be high in this game.
we friends on Facebook, so I have a picture with Sean and Doc.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
What? Let's do this, man. Y'all want to do score predictions, man? What we got, man? Let's get it. Let's start. Hey, Shake. Let's start with you. I know you already. Did you already get your score prediction?
Score prediction. I'm gonna say Oh yeah, 24-21.
24-21. Okay, I like it. I know
Miami, of
you
course.
got the Dolphins. Okay, all right, but Mountie, what you got?
I got 31. I got 31-21.
31-21 Fins.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Sean, what you got?
I got 37-34 Phins.
Wow. Let's
Ooh,
go.
we scoring some points. Kurto, what we got?
And my prediction, I actually said this was going to be the game we dropped, but a close one though,
Okay, so what's the score?
because of something close to what you said earlier, the physicality in the running back room.
Okay,
That was my concern. So I said we lose a close one. I said it's going to be 24-20.
24-20. Okay, you got us in the L. Doc, what you got for us?
27-24 Dolphins.
27-24 Dolphins. I'm going a little bit higher than y'all. I'm going 34-21. Miami wins it.
Okay.
Handedly.
Let's go.
34-21.
34-21.
13 points. So you're saying Jason Sanders is going to actually kick the ball
He's going to
in a
actually
35-mile-an-hour wind?
He's
Is that
actually
what
going
you
to
said?
kick the ball. And
Actually, I'm
make
saying
it.
that too because I'm saying 20 points. No, I'm not. I think we're going to try to go for a 2-point conversion. Jason
Oh,
Sanders is not going to be a factor.
yeah, man.
He's
I
going to miss the
mean,
extra point.
So
Hey, Crypto,
CB,
aren't you going to be at the game?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Damn.
I got good seats, man. But it's in the 300 level, but it's still good view.
hey, so CB, what's the
I'm going to
one
be there.
thing that has to happen for the Dolphins to win?
the one thing that has to happen for the Dolphins to win, the Dolphins have to establish the run game.
Yes.
They have to establish the run game. You got to be able to run the football in Philadelphia, and you got to stay and running the football to stay ahead of the chains, right? And I say stay
I
ahead
agree
of
with
the
that.
chains because the Miami Dolphins are literally can be the best offense in football when you're in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. The Miami Dolphins have so many options on those downs, that down and distance, that 3rd and 4, that 3rd and 3, that you can literally pick team apart by doing that. But that's the only way they win is if they run the football, stay ahead of the chains, and are able to get in the 3rd and shorts.
Well,
Right.
I have one. Have to
I
not get
agree. I
into
think this
a
is.
double-digit deficit.
Okay, double-digit
Yeah, that's a
deficit.
good point too, Shake. Yeah,
Okay, I
because the
like
home
that one.
crowd get behind them, and then they can snowball. Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that part.
That's a good one. Mountie, what you think? One thing the Dolphins gotta do to win.
We gotta run the football with consistency. As we all know, Philly's I think number 2 against the run. So they're gonna impose their will in the trenches. But again, we like I said earlier, we have to make their front 4 run like linebackers.
Yeah, sideline to sideline.
We gotta make them run.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Sean, what
makes
you got?
sense.
Something we gotta do in order to win the game.
I agree. Running the ball, we definitely gotta do that, and also keep the play calling. Make do what you've been doing. What's been working. Don't go outside of what's been working until it's not working. You feel me?
I get you.
So,
I get you. Man, Mike McDaniel's play calling has
Mm-hmm.
been on another level, bro.
yeah,
I've never.
Right.
Hey guys, I've never
That's true.
seen
He's
an
been pretty
NFL
good.
coach come in, be an offensive coordinator, and be able to dial it up like he dials it up, and still
Yeah.
still be in
Right.
tune with the timeouts, managing the game. You can tell he's like OCD and just really into what he's doing. And you can tell the attention to detail is less on another level in terms of bro, because when you see him in the game, he's locked in. He's calling it. He's talking to the defense. He's calling the timeouts when he needs to call timeouts. You dude's locked in. And that's the real deal, man. And it's good. It's cool to see guys in their element like that. And you can tell he's been doing this for a long time. you can tell he's cherishing this opportunity because he's putting his all into it, and his guys are bought in, and everybody's like they're loving it. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't be mad at what's going on in the Miami Dolphins community, bro.
Facts, man.
He's showing
It's
improvement from his first year head coach.
yeah, for
Definitely,
sure.
definitely. That
Yeah,
that
some
improvement
improvement.
has been tremendous, man.
Hell
The,
yeah.
the league,
Just
CB,
got to stick to the grind.
CB, I would say we got to keep Jalen in the pocket, man. We don't
Mm.
do very well when quarterbacks are able to get outside the pocket
very
and
good
run
point,
on
dog.
us and use his feet. We got to keep that guy in the pocket and
Yeah.
make him beat us with his arm.
That's
Yeah.
that's a really good
Yeah.
point, Doc. Last year, that was the Miami Dolphins' Achilles heel was a running quarterback.
Yeah.
Every
They got
every
each got
running
100 yards,
quarterback,
didn't they? Every running quarterback rushed over 100 yards
bro.
against us.
Every
It's crazy.
Justin Fields had 175 on us.
Yeah, damn that 200. Yeah.
Rushing,
Mhm.
bro.
Yeah,
Like
Russian. Yeah.
Lamar had 150 on us last year, bro.
Yep.
Like,
Allen
eh,
had like almost 100 or maybe 100, I think, right?
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That has killed us, but it's always been the defensive ends too, just not containing, like not
Yeah.
Yeah.
knowing where they're supposed to
Jalen
be.
Phillips not
They
yeah,
get too
Jason
Bro,
far
Phillips
up
They
that
on
get
the
Brady
too
can
they
edge.
get too
contain.
wide out.
Well,
Yeah, Jason
that's when
Phillips
it
was not containing.
well that's when it
Strong
yeah,
side.
that's
becomes a
undisciplined. It's
well that's
undisciplined.
Right.
it's assignment football and
E-
it's the team first, not so consumed with
Exactly.
trying to get the sacks because you think that's
Yeah.
going
Right.
to get you paid. But assignment
Mm-hmm.
football, staying in your lanes, and you know we've done that a lot, and even in
Great point, Doc.
the Carolina game, we were getting past Bryce, and he was able to step up a couple times. I mean, it didn't hurt us; he couldn't do anything with it, but
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah,
stay
he wasn't running
disciplined.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to stay disciplined in this game, and then secondly, if I think this game hinges on us being able to stop the run because they're going to try to limit our possessions, you know, and they have a good enough defense to, make us punt a couple of times. If they're holding the ball and running it down our throats and shortening the game, it's going to be tough for us as well.
Yeah, I agree with that, man.
We
Shout out
we, we
to the homie Nene in the
Yeah.
building. Nene, what's good with you?
What's
Well,
going on,
I was
Nene?
What up,
listening to.
Nene?
I was
I
gonna
was
say
listening.
shipmate, but since you're not in the Navy, I'm gonna say soldier.
Well, you.
What's good?
Well,
battle.
I'll
Hey,
be honest.
battle. What's up, battle?
I was watching kind of watching the Heat game, listening to y'all and typing a paper. The queen of multitasking. But
There you go.
I wanted to throw this nugget out there because I haven't heard no one say it. To
Okay.
me, it's not about stopping the run or keeping the quarterback in the pocket. Is getting off the field, period, on defense. Because I keep hearing people saying things about, Jalen Hurts' arm. But when I look at how we play the bend don't break defense, we don't we don't give any pressure to the corners and the tight ends. And from what I understand, Philly got some bigger wide receivers than our corners, and we got X on a groin injury.
Well,
So
one of them.
so I would just prescribe something different that let's not get so concerned of whatever the method's gonna be, whether it's gonna be the run of the pass, but you gotta get stops, 3 and outs. These drives cannot be long. And and
Yeah.
and that's
Hmm.
that's the problem with running a bend don't break defense. They basically just can control that time of possession and keeping Tua and our offense on the sidelines, which you don't want. And now knowing there's a weather issue, that does change things. I'm not trying to be the panicking because I know people, when you bring up concerns, they feel like you're panicking. But if that wind is what they're saying is going to be, I don't. I've been in Philly. I drove by that stadium, but I never been in it physically to
Yeah.
see how that would affect the passing game. But to me, this is going to put more onus on the defensive side of the ball to get stops. I don't care if they run a pass. You cannot have drives that extend over 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
tough.
would say
Yeah,
this,
that can be
Nene.
brutal. Yeah. No
And
long
Nene,
drives. That's
that's
a good
why I
point.
say running the ball because that's how they want
That's how
to
you do.
beat you. You in a game like that, you run the ball. They have a really good running offensive line, a really good running back in Swift, and then their quarterback is mobile. And so if we don't control them running the ball, then you're gonna get those long drives that you're talking about.
Those
The way that
8
you
minute
beat them is you make them become a pass first team by stopping the run. If we don't stop that run, we have no chance against them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Doc, and it's always
Yeah.
good to hear your voice, but what I'm saying is you can make the passing game like the running game. What I mean is short little
Yeah, like
passes.
what Brady used to do.
But
Right.
they don't
Short
play
Yeah,
football
Brady
like
did
that though.
that. But yeah.
But they
what
don't
I'm
play
saying
football like that though.
but what
They'll
I'm
kill the
saying
Yeah,
clock.
but you know what? And I want to say something real quick.
Let her land real.
And-
Let her land real quick, Shake, and then
okay.
I'm gonna let you go. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that I just for me, I think sometimes as a fan, we see a couple of games or whatever, and we think this is what another team is gonna do, and then they basically take the wool off of you. Because I still think this Philly team, I know they're not throwing the ball like we're throwing, but I wouldn't underestimate Jalen Hurts neither with
Oh no.
just surgical passes, anything that's gonna keep that time of possession. I think that's where they're gonna go because they know we can score in a blink of an eye. And if the weather is going to be helpful to them, I think that puts more onus on the defense to get 3 and outs. And I land my plane. Thank y'all for letting me speak.
Oh, thanks, Nene, for coming up, man.
Yeah,
But
they'll
go
definitely
ahead,
dink and
Shake.
dunk if they
That's
have
the
to.
quickest flight I've ever seen you on. Man. Very good. Very
Hey,
good.
You
That's
see
a
how
flight.
Doc
Man.
do?
hey,
That's
No,
why
I'm
Lewis
not.
call you what he
Quick as
call
flight.
you.
Hey, that's a
hey,
That's
Damn.
brutal,
celebration.
Doc.
That's a celebration right
Damn.
there.
hey,
Damn.
I got private. I got
Man, I can't
private.
even celebrate my home girl.
I got.
The
Well, you
quickest
wild,
flight.
Doc. Hey,
That's a hop flight, as it was.
Shake. Go ahead, bro. You got
No,
something
but
to
one
say.
thing to say about what she was saying about defensive time position, and as crazy as may sound, one thing about this offense is they score too fast. And I noticed we've been that when Marino used to score real fast, and it leaves the defenses coming on the field. And if they're doing like 5-minute drives and we're doing a 2-minute drive, even if we score, we're still wearing out the defense.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We got to
Right.
find a way to at least, I know we you could try to score as whenever it's possible, but at the same time we got to try to find a way to keep the offense a little bit longer and keep away from Jalen too. Keep away from Jalen in that offense as well.
And honestly,
But you gotta
I think so. This is my thing. I think if you're scoring fast like that and your defense is getting stops, run it up. Like do what you got to do to score, right? But if you're scoring fast and the defense is going out there and getting beat slowly down the field for 7-8 minutes, then you may need to slow it down a little bit. I think that could
Yeah.
be the case. I think
That's
that's
a,
how you play it.
but that's
But
just
it's
a
tough to
tough
do though.
ask, right?
It
That's
is,
a
yeah.
tough. That's
It's
a
a tough
tough
ask.
ask because then if you're saying the offense is scoring fast, which means they're in a certain type of rhythm, and then all of a sudden you say to them, "We don't want you to be in this rhythm. We want you to do something different." That's just tough.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you probably just study taking the play clock down a little further. You can still run your offense, but you probably could take an extra 10 seconds off the play clock or whatever before you snap it, to kind of kill it that way. Maybe you can go about it that way.
yeah. I mean, there's
Just use
ways.
more play clock
There's
to
ways to
kill
do
them,
it, but hopefully we're just not in a position where we got to protect our defense. Hopefully they're making plays. The last thing I want to do is have to coddle a unit because they're getting beat slowly down the field the whole entire game. Like,
That
bro,
slow death is tough to watch,
it's
though.
tough to
Yes,
watch,
it is
bro.
tough.
I hate
Yeah, it's like,
Doc.
oh God.
There's nothing like I hate watching it, Doc.
Yeah.
To see a team
Even in those
slowly
first two
walk.
drives with Carolina, it was
Yes,
hard to
that's
watch.
exactly
No.
what it was.
To see
Yeah,
a team slowly walk you down the field for 7 minutes and y'all can't get a stop on 3rd and 5. Like y'all can't get off the field.
And
That
it was tough in Miami this past weekend, them first 2 drives, because
bro.
it was hot as hell. And
Boy,
Right.
you
God.
online, boy.
but you in that stadium and you trying to
That's
get the defense off the field, and then they get a first down, and then you look up at that sun like, whoa, man. It's different when the offense got the ball. You don't even really recognize the sun because the speed of the game, and you waiting on Tyreek or Water to make a play. But on defense, man, that sun was beaming as they was making that 10-minute drive. Man, I was dying out there.
yeah. It was a long drive. That long drive was some. Almost killed the whole quarter. I think they only hit the ball once, right? The
Both
first quarter.
teams, yeah, both teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
damn.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it though, man. It's gonna be a great test for us. Great opportunity for us to go out there and get this dang dub, man. We need it. Because
Yeah.
I'm tired of people like Nene and everybody else saying we ain't for real, man. Nene, we for real out here.
Look, don't you do that to me. You see how I just came in here and gave you an appetizer and left. Don't. But
Nah, I know. Hey, I know my Miami Dolphins fans. I know we got some skeptics out there who really they want to see it first, and
It's
I'm cool with that.
PTSD, dog. It's PTSD,
Oh
man.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's real. It's
It
real,
does
man.
definitely. Yeah.
It's real. But I mean, it's what we've seen. Though we've seen a team that's totally different from what we've seen in the past.
Oh,
and
without
you and
question.
you gotta admit to that too. Like you gotta admit this is refreshing seeing a Miami Dolphins football team play like this, talking press conferences like this, everything from the bottom to the top. I mean, I'm just happy with what I'm seeing.
I
Happy.
just don't. For me, as much as I'm an optimist, when we say we've seen this before, I've seen this before.
ditto.
With the mind with Dan Marino and all of that, and that's where Vic Fangio got to do. He got to fix this defense. It cannot be everything on the offense because you're gonna in the
Yeah.
playoffs,
You're
man.
gonna wear
Yeah,
them out. Yeah. You're gonna
you gonna
eventually
meet
wear them
you gonna
out.
meet a buzzsaw. You got to meet a
Yeah.
buzzsaw at
Right.
some point.
Right. You're gonna eventually wear the offense out where
Yeah,
the
and
defense gonna have to pick it up for them as
honestly,
well.
that's where I felt like we kind of fell short last year. It was like, yo, the offense can score points, but even at times, the defense just couldn't find a way to get the
I
stops.
mean, you think about the Buffalo game. It just came
Oh,
down to who blinked first, and we blinked first on offense, and then all of a sudden you playing catch up the whole game. So now you start taking
yeah,
chances because you see that your defense doesn't have anything. So now Mac McDaniel starts to reach, and reach
he's
and reach, and
yep,
then there
yep,
you go.
yeah, and then it's off,
Yeah.
man,
It
and
just
then it's
snowball.
off.
And I'll throw this out here real quick too. I want health. The healthiest team is going to be able to get through that gauntlet of December, January, and
Healthy. Yeah.
February. And
Yup.
right now, when I'm looking at the running back room, I'm not doubting the talent. I'm doubting the health. How
Yeah,
long are they going to hold up? We're not even in November yet. So that's where I go back to Christopher Aloysius the Third's Greer,
nah, not the
and
government.
I
I wish you
want
should
It
do
be
it.
depth.
your own people, man. It be your own. It be your own people, man.
Look, I need him. I don't want to see another tweet from Barry with a cutesy futesy name wide receiver or somebody that makes everybody buy some tickets, even though those are rising too, from what I understand. I need the depth positions because I'm be honest, it was 40 degrees here in North Carolina. It's starting to get to that time of the year where the weather is shifting. And if
And
you
cold
already
fronts
have
coming through.
injuries, if you're having
Woo.
injuries in the cold, it's not the same as why you think old people retire in Florida. Not just because of the taxes, but the heat. It helps with injuries. So that's my concern is the depth. The talent for the offensive side is I don't think anybody, unless you're just a bona fide hater, but
Hmm.
the chemistry between if players like X are willing to bend to what Fangio wants, because I think there's a hint of that out there. because X has gone on the record saying certain things about his talents and abilities that he knows what he's doing. And the way he said it to me was kind of sending a message to Vangio that, look, I know what I'm doing. I can shadow some of the best players in the league. And so if that's going on, that needs to get fixed. Or and at the same time, X, you're not the X you used to be. You have a growing issue for a reason. You got about 50 baby mamas in Miami alone. So, I
Oh,
need
don't do him like that.
Damn.
hey, we already know what's going on with X, but my whole thing is health.
And they
And
30 in
say
when
Broward.
some of them women ain't been the cleanest from what they said in the street.
look, that's his.
And 30 in Broward County, by the way.
Oh my God.
But
That's
the
rough.
other thing
Wait a
is,
minute. It'd be your ex, it'd be your own people, man.
Be your
but the
own
other
fan
thing is
base.
too. I know not really many on this panel, but there's this narrative more so in Dolphins Twitter that we're gonna go to the emergency room and start picking up all these guys off the IR and major surgeries, and they're gonna be the saviors of this season. And I don't think that's how that works with injuries and recovery. So
I've
Christopher
been
Aloysius
saying
better
that
be
all
doing
year.
something.
I agree with you. I'm very skeptical of people just coming off of injuries, man. That takes some time, man, to be done cut on and all of that. That being said, though, our top heaviness is really, really good. We can't afford to lose too many players, though, because we become a
Oh
average
yeah.
team if we lose a few of our starters on either side of the ball. So, but I asked you this before, CB. Who do you think are the 5 receivers going into this game?
Am I frozen on the screen? I might be.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay,
We
you
can
can
hear
hear me.
you.
I might be frozen.
Who do you
Okay,
think are the
so
5 receivers?
I think you're gonna have definitely Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. I think Barrios is gonna be in there. And that's the thing. When it comes to 4 or 5, I think you're gonna see a little bit of Chosen. You're gonna see a little bit of Claypool. You're gonna see a little bit of Cedric. I think
So you think
is
we're going with 6?
yeah, I think it's gonna be 6 on the active roster.
Including
And I think
Claypool.
those fourth, fifth guys are going to be guys that you kind of see in packages. Like I see Claypool getting a certain amount of plays in a certain package, and then I see Chosen and Cedric Wilson getting some plays in certain packages too. So I mean, with Craycraft and with Easy E out, I mean that wide receiver room is kind of like locked in as to who's going to see time.
Man, I really want um uh what's his name, Easy E and Craycraft back. I'm not sure if Easy E is coming back this year, though.
That injury was weird, man. That kind of threw me for a loop too. It's like he just goes out and it's like you don't see him anymore. You don't hear about him anymore. And we really didn't hear about the injury during the game. So it's kind of weird to me how that happened, man.
Well, they said he got them hands put on him, but you ain't hear that from me.
What now? What hands you talking about? What
I
happened?
mean, there was some whispers in the Dolphins Twitter community that it was him and Cam Smith, and he didn't win. Let's just put it that way.
Was it like a real fight or was it like just
I mean, I wasn't in the
display?
locker room for it, but I don't know who said it, but they
So
said that.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
allegedly,
This breaking news.
This
What the
breaking
hell
news
just
to me
happened?
too.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
What the hell just happened?
this news to me too. I gotta hear.
Right.
Go ahead, Doc.
well, to her point, allegedly, Cam Smith and Easy E had a fight, and Easy E Cam beat the brakes off of him. But then I just I'm gonna say I've heard from a third of a third of a third of a third because I'm not
Oh,
connected like that. So
wow,
I want to be
wow.
clear that I ain't nobody's sauces. I just know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody,
Did you
right?
say sauces? Did you say
No,
sauce?
right. I'm being clear that I don't know
Damn.
no sauces at all. I don't know any sauces, but allegedly that was a rumor that has not been uh, substantiated. There was a situation, but it had nothing to do with them with his injury. Now, I don't know if any of that, I don't even know if they had a fight. I just know that some people said they had a fight, and then I know that,
Wow.
some people said, well, yes, there was a thing, but it wasn't a thing where he got his neck hurt in it. So, I don't know.
Ooh.
I can't lie. Whoever wrote this say X store nuts like dice.
Oh my
People
God.
are nasty on
Uh,
social
oh
media.
my God.
Oh
That's
God.
about right though. He don't mind. That is about right. That is about right. Nene, what's your score prediction?
I got us winning by 7 or another humbling loss. I mean, I didn't know about the weather. That to me, the weather changes
So
things.
what is the weather thing?
Apparently, what that 30-mile-per-hour winds, that's gonna take a ball and take that off a little bit. I know two are good, but he can't stop time.
So what is it? What is it supposed to be? Cold and windy? What is
Yeah,
it?
cold and windy. Like I said, right
Yeah,
now,
with little precip.
like right here in North Carolina, we got a little cold storm, if you want to call it. It's real breezy and it's starting to get cold. So I'm only assuming that up the East Coast, we're getting that transitional shift, rain into the cold weather season. It's kind of the same, like how in Miami it gets, well, it's always hot and rainy, but you get my point. You get that afternoon shower, and then it feels like a sauna outside. It's kind of the reverse. So someone said it in the shake on YouTube about the 30-mile-per-hour winds, but I thought they were just joking. But it is true. Some bad weather supposed to be up that way.
Yeah, that makes a difference for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
and that's if it's a clean, brisk Sunday night with no wind, I think it's easy peasy. But if you talking about 30 miles per hour, that ain't no little breeze. And they will have to, but I don't know what they stadium, that it all depends on that stadium and how it blocks the wind. Because like in the stadium in Miami, there's one side that gets the heat more than the other. So
It's windy
I
there.
really don't know.
There's a potential to be a sloppy game, especially if it's wet. If it's raining all the time. Was
Well, I know you
Big Froze
ready.
CB83.
You ready for it, huh, Crypto?
Yeah, I just got my big over what do you call them? Over hoodies, like they go over all your gear. So I got my
Right
big
there.
dolphin over hoodie.
So I'm looking
So
at
I
it
can layer
now.
up. I
I'm
can
looking
layer
at
up.
it on weather. I'm looking at weather.com right now, and at 7 p.m. in Philly, it says 53 degrees with winds 13 miles per hour. So that's what they're saying right now. Now game
Right
time,
now.
and
Okay. Right.
that's what it is right now.
Okay.
That
So
won't
I
be
was hearing
bad.
maybe 40s. I was hearing like mid 40s and 27 mile an hour, almost 30. Well, weather changes.
And this is just on, one site, weather.com. So we'll see, how accurate that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Mosa get 100
Hopefully it's
this
not
week?
raining as much.
Does Mosa go for 100 this week?
Most. Woo, he can. That will be a statement if he can do it.
I almost say he has to.
That means we get some push up the front. Yeah, I think he has to too. That's one of my keys. He didn't say we was gonna lose a close one. I think if we win the flip strip, we have to play ground pound for the first time. I think my ratio might have to be upside down for the game because of the weather.
Yeah.
About to run the ball more
Again,
and pass it.
I think with him, it's get you break off a 50-yarder as usual, and then be consistent 4.9.
Oh, you saying the 4.9? The niggas are coming out.
Yeah. Hey, get, break you off break you off a nice one, and then just be consistent, you know, with three. Again, we're not a team. Well, we've become better at overcoming losses. But the great thing that the running game has done has not been, 2nd and 12 and second 3-yard losses in his. It's been always on the positive side of things.
Yep. Yep. Reset that line of scrimmage.
Yeah. And then,
How you do it?
y'all trusting Jason Sanders in the fourth quarter?
Hell no. Not in those conditions, dog.
You said go for it on 4th and 10 rather than kick the 53-yarder?
Yeah, go for it on 4th and 45. I don't
Oh
care.
my God. What happened to him, man?
No 53 yarder. He lost all confidence. I think he lost his confidence.
I mean, at one
I
time
think
the dude was.
I think it started from last year. Just never recovered.
I mean, at one time the
I think
dude
he
was
started from last
absolutely.
year.
At one time, though, he was absolutely automatic, though.
That was his contract year. That's probably why. He was happy to get paid.
Was it his contract year for real? That's wild.
Mm-hmm. I think that was the year they say he got paid. Jason Saunders.
Man, we gonna have to have him. Man. So, Crypto, what time you gonna drive down there? You gonna go up there and spend the night, or you just gonna leave the crib? Game day.
I'm leaving. Not game day, but I'm gonna spend the night up there. It's a night game. I'm just gonna grab a spot and chill out up there for overnight. But yeah, game day. I'm gonna head up there probably around 9 in the morning, and I'll probably get there around noon. That gives me a lot of time for the game. Yeah, me and one we're gonna hook up.
Who you gonna hook up with?
You there, Doc?
Yeah, who you gonna hook up with?
Winners and you heard me? Winners. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Winners and I think Stephen D gonna have a tailgate around what 5 or something like that, 5 or 6.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think they getting set up around 5.
Hey man, them Philly fans crazy, man.
Right, that's what my co-worker said. Man, be careful up there, man. Them fans up there crazy.
They booed
They
Santa
lunatics.
Claus.
The Philly fans are lunatics. Right.
Notorious.
Any fan base that boos Santa Claus is a crazy fan base.
Hey, is Wilson gonna
be
play?
booing Santa Claus.
Man, sorry for the technical difficulties, man. I had to restart on y'all boys, man. My bad.
Hey, is Wilson gonna play or
lost you there?
Is Wilson gonna play or is it gonna be Ahmed, the number 2 guy?
That's a good. Hey, I think Ahmed is the number 2 guy.
Wilson.
I think Wilson.
He's back. I think Ahmed is number 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah, because they put.
I don't know.
Chris
Jeff
Brooks
Wilson was listed on the thing.
Well, they put Chris Brooks on IR, so Wilson has to play on. He got 2 backs.
Yeah.
What was the Chris Brooks injury?
Oh, there you go. We don't need him dropping no passes neither.
He hurt his oh shit.
What did he
he
hurt?
yeah, he got hurt at the towards the end of that game Sunday.
Do we know what the injury is?
I
Mm.
want to say it was a hamstring, maybe ankle, maybe something.
I think it was his ankle.
Yeah, something.
High
Yeah.
ankle sprain, maybe.
Damn.
But really, they're just putting him on the IR for the roster spot. You know, that's for
Man, we don't got a lot of guys left that we can bring back from IR. I mean, that's the numbers game we working with right now. We got so many guys on IR, we're not gonna be
so
able to
he
bring
ain't
everybody
coming
back.
back. So you already know he ain't coming back.
Bro, like he might not be, he might be done for the season.
He done for the season.
That's
He,
wild, bro. Because we don't. I think we only have like maybe 4 or 5 guys we can bring back from IR, and we got Teron Armstead on there, Jalen Ramsey on there. That's already 2 spots. Devon
trust
A.
me,
Chain, he got to come back.
right?
So it's
They done
only.
trust. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, trust me. They done called Chris Brooks' agent and said, "Look at here, bro.
He
We're gonna
red shirted.
get $1 million. You know, he probably got a $700,000, check. Look, man, we're gonna go ahead and break you off and sign you to a 2-year deal for next year. But you're gonna be on IR for the rest of the year. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy too. I mean, we I knew our running
Is
back
that the
room was
league minimum
thin.
now? 700 grand?
Around there, yeah.
Man,
Oh, okay.
it's tough. It's tough. Hey, but man, let's go ahead and do some final takes, man. I'm gonna be live probably tomorrow night, and Sunday too. Let's go. Let's get it. We got a big game Sunday. Appreciate y'all
Dang.
coming through, man. Mountie, Nene, Sean, Crypto, Doc, Lou came through for a little bit, man. Shout out to y'all. Let's do some final takes. I'm gonna start with Sean, man. Give me your final take. What's your thoughts on this game? What we gonna do Sunday, man? Sean, you there? Maybe Sean left.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Man, I think we're gonna come out big, man. I think we gotta start off strong. We gotta do what's been working for us, and just keep it simple, bro. You know, take one play at a time, and let's run this ball, man. Let's get this
Hey,
done.
run that football, man. You run that ball, it kind of add a different element to the game, man. Especially when you got some speedsters. We need Mostert. We need Mostert healthy because we down to the bare minimum. The cup is
Yeah.
getting bare. The cupboard is getting bare. Like we
Yeah, it
need him.
is. Very bare.
we need him to stay healthy, bro, moving forward, man. Hey,
Man.
Facts,
appreciate you
facts, for
coming
sure.
through, Sean. Hey, it's
You
always
already
love,
know.
bro.
You already know
All
it's
right,
love, my boy.
Sean.
All
All
right,
right,
bro.
Sean.
Yep,
Later.
Sean.
All right.
Shout out to the homie Sean for pulling up, man. Nene, give me your final take. I know you worry about the weather. You doing your paper, Nay?
Yeah, she probably multitasking again.
Multitasking. Go ahead, Monty. Monty, give me your final take while Nene finish her paper, man. Did Monty leave too? Damn, we
Yeah,
losing
Monty went
people.
to
Y'all,
sleep.
hey, y'all dropping like flies in here, man.
Monty went to sleep.
Is he
Yeah, I'm
back?
here.
Monty, you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Monty. Give me your
Okay.
final take,
Hey,
man.
man, look, as I said before, look, we need this game. I see this as a bounce back, quote unquote, bounce back game because, the Panthers, the Giants, uh, we're in a different league than them. We're in the top tier. We're in the top tier Super Bowl contenders. So we need to be able to either beat Philly or it needs to be it needs to be to the wire. So we need to show that we belong. And
Yeah,
in order for us to do that, we need to compete with them.
I
And look,
agree.
as far as I'm concerned, I don't think they're hard to beat. What it is, I think if Jalen Hurts decides he wants to use his legs, we need to do what San Francisco did last year and punish him when he does.
Gotta hit him. Gotta hit
Dude,
him. If he gonna turn
Dre
himself into a runner,
Dre Greenlaw. You want to be a running back? Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner and them, they was stinging that mug. So we need to put it on that dude.
Yeah, for real, for real. We got to. We got to. Appreciate you coming through, Mountie. Appreciate you, my boy.
All good,
All
all
right,
good.
Mountie. Have a good one,
Peace.
Mountie.
All right, bro. Later. I think Nene trying to get back in. Give me her final take. I'm gonna drop the link real quick for it. Crypto, what you got for me, man? You gonna be at the game, Crypto? I need you holding it down for the squad, bro.
Yep, I will be at this game. So I'm hoping to go perfect, even though I thought we was going to drop the game. But at all the games I attended so far, CB, we undefeated. So
Hey,
hopefully we can keep
that's
that streak
there
alive.
we
That's all that
go.
matters.
Keep the streak alive.
We just got to keep the streak alive, you know. We
Keep the
got
streak
to, like I
alive.
said, you know me. I've been saying we're going to, 60-40 when I coin the phrase, we're going to pass more than run 60-40%. I think for the first time, I'm going to go against my own phrase. I think it needs to be upside down. I think it needs to be 40-60 in order for us to win this game. That's the only way we
Ooh.
win. We got to run it 60% of the time to win this
Ooh,
game.
we gotta run it
I'm
60% of
going.
the time.
Yeah, I'm going against my own phrase for the first time
Hey,
ever. You know me.
hey,
Hey, I'm
bro,
saying
you
I'm
a
going to
pass
flip.
heavy
I'm,
guy. You a pass heavy
res-
guy, Crypto.
right, exactly. I think I'm gonna flip my ratio for this one game. That's
Wow.
the key for us winning.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, appreciate you coming through, man. It's always good talking Dolphins with you, bro.
Yep. No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All
All
right,
right,
bro. Have a good
Nate.
one.
All
All
right, Doc. All
right,
right.
All
man.
right, Crypto.
Nene, go ahead, man. I lost you for a second. I thought you was
Yeah,
tied up.
I don't know. I pressed some, and y'all gonna be laughing. I am multitasking. I'm cleaning, getting ready for homecoming, and cooking at the same time. Just can't stay
What
still.
homecoming you get ready for?
Well, my college, Campbell University. You
Man,
know,
Howard homecoming going down right now. It's crazy up there in DC. It's crazy. I wish I was
well,
up there, man.
I'm gonna be honest. This ain't gonna be that type of homecoming. This is different. Private school, in, in,
it's, it's
in the
chill,
Bible
right?
Belt of America. So it ain't being
Yeah.
that. But I'm doing a little. So I wanted to drop a nugget too about just what we need to do. I want to see them like how they was against Denver. They had what I call the Michael Jordan. I'm taking this personal when they played. I haven't seen that from them outside of that particular game. So if the running game ain't working, I just want to see Mike McDaniel adjust. I want to see Vangio. He been in the league since they built the first brick, so he know how to adjust. If something isn't working, I need them to be locked in because I know a lot of people saying this game don't mean nothing. I think it does. I don't think if we lose, the season is over, but I think it's just something not for the fans, but for that particular group of men
Yep.
that we can win the big game. Because to me, the last big game that they won, I would say the Buffalo game last year in Miami. But on the road, it was what the Ravens game, and we fell short
Well,
in
I think
DC.
the San
The
Diego,
Chargers game was a big game. I mean, I know it might not be big to some people, first game of the season, but I think
but it was
I
in San Diego, Herbert, and they just came from playoffs and all of that. It ain't a big game now because they're not as good as people thought they were gonna be.
yeah, I agree
But
with
I
you.
mean, just for momentum going into this different stretch of the season where you're not playing, excuse me, the dregs of the NFL. You're
Right.
done with the Panthers. You're done with
Hmm.
some of these other teams. And now you're getting into the weeds of your schedule that's going to show you, are you who you think you are? Are you a contender? Or is this a couple of more mango seasons before we get to the ultimate goal? So for me, I think that they have to go in there with that same mentality they had against Denver. I didn't see that one coming, but after the game, you start hearing all of the backstories on why that was personal. I guess the coach said some things about Tua, whatever Mike McDaniel relationship with that coach.
Yeah,
They, sometimes you got to find something to make you angry to go in there and do what you got to do. But I don't want them to play with their food neither. Go in there, take
yeah.
care of your business. And I
I
land my plane. Thank you for having me.
thanks, Nene. I appreciate you
I
coming
could-
up. You always got good, insightful takes. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it. So appreciate you coming through, Nate. It's always love. Always. Shout out to the homie Nene for coming through. I had a couple people in the back, Luch and Jackpot and Anthony Manzano. Luch and Jackpot, I'm getting some feedback from you, bro. But go ahead and give me your final take, man. It's good to have you up. I haven't had you up before, so I wanted to kind of get
Wow.
you in here.
Wow. Thanks, CB. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you sound good. Yeah, you good.
All right, cool. Bro, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me on the platform, yo. But yeah, yo, I with the Philly game here, man, I think the Eagles are scared.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Where you? So where
So
you from? Where you from? Where you at right now?
I'm from Camden.
Okay, you from? So you from
Camden,
Jersey?
New Jersey. Camden, New
Okay,
Jersey. So yeah.
cool, cool,
So
cool.
my bad. I'll be thinking that's as a automatic that everybody know what Camden is, but
So my son's name is Camden. So I kind of I kind of knew where that was just based off of my son being named
facts.
Camden. So
Facts.
yeah,
Facts,
And
bro.
yeah.
and the accent too. New Jersey has, depending on what part of New Jersey you're from, there's a certain accent and stuff
Okay,
like that.
Oh
all
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But you said you're going to the game Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
that's
got
dope. That's
yeah,
dope.
my wife, she got gifted some tickets, so we gonna go to this joint. But yeah, it's my first time to a Eagles game. Like Philly fans,
They
they
on another
ratchet.
level
They
now.
ratchet.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
ratchet.
Go in there. Hey, keep your head on a swivel. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Keep your head on a
Oh yeah,
swivel,
You
You
already
you
know.
you, you
You
think New York
already
fans
know.
are violent?
bro. Go in there. Hey,
You know. No,
you
I'm
gotta.
going in there. I got my son. My son is 9 years old, so I'm loose.
Hey,
My
that's
son is
crazy.
jackpot.
Bro, that's gonna be that's dope. That's dope because my son's 8 too, and he hasn't had that NFL experience yet. Like I took him with me to training camp, but he hasn't had that game experience. So that's gonna be dope that you taking
Yeah,
your son in there, bro. That's dope.
yeah. I'm gonna
You
take
bet
him. I'm gonna put him right in the fire.
Throw him
Put
you
him
in
right.
better
the
hope.
fire.
Hey, Luch, you better hope you don't stand, because even the kids start fights. So you better hope you guys are not sitting next to
Oh
a
yeah.
father and a
Oh,
son,
oh
and they try
no.
to
I'll
start a
kick
fight with you.
kids. I'll kick kids. Don't worry about that. Like
Yeah.
like
That's how
no,
he
I'm just playing.
handling
I'm playing. I'm
business.
playing. I'm
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
That's what's
playing.
up, man.
Yeah,
But
right.
what you think about the game Sunday? What you got?
I think if the Eagles can contain us, when I say us, I mean like two in the offense,
Yeah,
then I think they got a shot. But if we get out on them, if we get out on their head, it's a
yeah.
wrap.
I
It's a
agree
wrap.
with you there.
Uh,
If we score some points early and they can't figure it out on offense, oh yeah, it's gonna be a long night for them.
Yeah.
I
It's
we
gonna
agree.
be
don't
a
have
wrap.
someone to spy though,
So I mean,
Jalen.
we don't really have a guy to spy, right? But we do have defensive ends that can contain and keep him in the pocket and force him up the middle. And if you force him up the middle, he's got to run into Jerome Baker or David Long, and that's going to be a collision. So I mean, I'm really not worried about Jalen Hurts in the running. Hopefully, Vic Fangio is just teaching our guys, hey, be disciplined this week. Don't run up the field. Like, do your thing, but you got to keep them in the pocket. Hopefully, that's the emphasis. Hopefully, emphasis is on that. But
Yeah. I agree. I agree with
well,
that.
yeah,
And I don't like for me. I don't think Philly's offense is as dynamic as it was last year.
yeah, I
Like last
agree.
They
year, they was
lost their
going crazy.
receivers, I think.
Yeah,
Did
they
did
lost.
did
They
AJ
lost.
did AJ get injured,
No, he's still there.
No.
Yeah.
He's still balling.
or Devontae? My mistake. Did
No,
any of those two guys?
Devontae's just been a little quiet. He's been a little quiet, more quiet than normal for sure.
Yeah.
And
He going.
what's shocking to me is Dallas Goddard is very quiet too.
Yeah. And you know how Miami is with tight ends. You know, like I just don't want Dallas Goddard to put up a career day on
Man,
us. You know what I mean?
every tight end kill us, bro. Like that's almost a given. Like Dawson Knox have a day.
Well,
Everybody have a day versus
once we
us.
get Jalen back, I don't think we have that issue.
Yeah, I can see that. Jalen can erase some tight ends.
Yeah, and this is a. I wanted to ask you that. I asked you this in the chat earlier, but I'm not sure if you answered. You, Reggie, or Lewis answered it. Do you think during the deadline we might? Do you think we would have to give up too much to get an Ashton Davis or a Sertan?
Man, I think that's a lot of ask to get a Sertan. Like, I mean, you talking
Because we already know,
first round
knowing
draft
X
pick.
is leaving, don't you think that makes a lot of sense?
I think it does, but I also think the draft is a great opportunity to get a good cornerback too. Like, I mean, you're not gonna get an established NFL guy, but I don't know. That's a tough call. I think it's going to depend on how quickly Cam Smith can come along. I think that's going to have a lot to do with
And
it.
I've said this, Fangio. If you look at Fangio's track record, Reggie, Luce, and CB, he never plays rookie corners.
Yeah, and I think it may take some time. I think.
No,
I mean,
he never plays them the first season. He never
the first season period. Ooh.
Yeah, he usually has veterans playing the whole season.
Well, you can probably count on that. You know what I mean? If that's what he's been doing, you can count on that. But you know, with Cam, in my opinion, I'm sorry, CB.
No, you good. Go ahead.
But I'm sorry, I got the airplanes flying over here. But I think Cam is ready. Me personally, if I was a person coming out of a D1 school like that, knowing
and the conference he's playing,
right.
Yeah,
you coming out of a aggressive conference, knowing that you was a dog coming out, like, you know that he's chomping at the bit. You know that he just waiting, like, yeah, I can't wait. But I think what Vic is doing is smart. I think that he is
I think the corner position, though, Luce, is the one position. I see what people are saying. The corner position specifically, you need to have playing time, but that's the one position also. That's a double-edged sword. With if you give him playing time and he continues to get burned or like that screws up their mentality and stuff like that.
Right.
As that dog. And college, you always say, CB, college and the pros are two different speeds.
Definitely two different
most
speeds,
definitely
two different games, man. But hey, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I gotta shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've been going for 210. Hey, Luch,
CB,
come around more often, bro. Come around.
Yo, bro. I promise you, I'm gonna be up. Yeah.
Okay.
But
hey, Luch, how far are you from Philly?
I am 20 minutes away from Philly.
Wow.
Like, so I grew up in Camden, which is, you can walk to Philly.
Oh, really?
But right
You're
now,
right on the border?
Yeah, it's right on the border because New Jersey and Philly, like Camden and Philly is right. It's like a bridge that separates us. You can walk the bridge.
Oh,
but
shoot.
right now I'm living on the outskirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of Jersey. So it's a little different situation right now. But I'm definitely gonna be in there on Sunday.
So Newark and Camden are the same way. You can cross the bridge to get to Philly, or Newark is further down.
Nah, Newark is closer to New York.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Thanks for having me on the show, dude.
Hey, thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate you, Doc. You still there, man?
Thank you, CB. I'm gonna drop off, CB.
All right, thanks, Luch. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Anthony Manzano, for coming through, man. I think Doc is out too. Appreciate you, Doc. Love you, bro. Hey, shout out to everybody who came through. Hey, great show tonight, man. Just talking to Miami Dolphins. You already know what time it is. Y'all know how we do. You know how we get down. It's just great energy, great football talk. Great Know how we do it over here, man. It's Phins Take with CB83, and your boy is out. See ya.
From the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game.